Welcome to the Cafe A. About to give you live stream play by play. CJ in here, Terry in here. I'm just trying to get your boss speakers up here. What we say? Started on this journey, we ain't never trying to finish. First phase, this is just beginning of this business. Thanks for tuning in because we really need a witness. Running in this race, but it's Terry with the vision. CJ ideas with the quickness. Then it's me connect, add business. Next, add y'all the audience to the mix. Woo! Stay lit, my guy, we winning. Time to have fun, Cafe. Whoa! 3 creators, 3 perspectives, 1 goal. Grab your popcorn now, let's play. Everybody, welcome to Creator Cafe. Hey! Welcome to the Cafe A. About to give you live stream play by play. CJ in here, Terry in here. I'm just trying to get your boss speakers up here. What we say? Started on this journey, we ain't never trying to finish. First phase, this is just beginning of this business. Thanks for tuning in because we really need a witness. Running in this race, but it's Terry with the vision. CJ ideas with the quickness. Then it's me connect, add business. Next, add y'all the audience to the mix. Woo! Stay lit, my guy, we winning. Time to have fun, Cafe. Whoa! 3 creators, 3 perspectives, 1 goal. Grab your popcorn now, let's play. Everybody, welcome to Creator Cafe. Hey!
We live?
And we are.
Back for another week.
Charlamagne, we live.
I gotta go tell my friends on Twitter that we live real quick.
All right, let me go ahead and
let me go tell my friends real quick.
people know. Let the people know.
Yeah,
what up, y'all?
OBS is acting different today. I don't see. I can't see the chat as far as in.
Y'all know CJ with the technical difficulties as usual.
Hey man, look. Anytime you turn on Windows, this has only been a week. I don't never turn on my PC. I turned it on this Sunday. I got like 11 updates. Every software I use had an update today, and now everything is different. It's crazy.
And this is why we don't use Windows computers. This is why we use Mac, because I got ready for the stream like 3 minutes before the stream. You know what I did? All I did was open my computer and plug my headphones in, and it was ready to go. But anyways, what's up, everybody? We're back for another week with Creator Cafe. I've had a long day, so I'm hoping y'all can cheer me up. I'm back. CJ Knows Tech, C-Kid Tech, all back in the building. And as usual, we got some meat and potatoes. So we're going to take a second to go tell her. We're going to go tell our friends real quick about this. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go tell my friends on Twitter and Instagram. And then we'll do the early roll call, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes and all of that stuff. But real quick, while we waiting on that, we might as well talk about something that's kind of funny, right? Well, wait. Let me tell my friends real quick. I'll be right back. Hold up. And if you are in here already, man, go to Twitter. Help us out, man. Go tell your friends that Creator Cafe is live and tell them to bring their arses.
We live.
Tell them to bring their arses over and come kick it.
Man, I got all these cases sitting over here.
What you got cases for, man?
Man, a good old Note 10.
Oh,
Note 10 Plus.
Yeah, I got cases on the way for mine too. You know what I'm saying? Got cases on the way for mine too. All right, I done tweeted it out to my friends. I don't know if CJ and Devin and tweeted out to me.
I tweeted
hey,
out.
Man, I've been tweeting out. You late, brother.
All right. You late. You late. I had to make the kids tacos. All right, I had to make the kids tacos. So y'all probably noticed that my background is different. Well, that's because my wife had to work tonight, and my stepdaughter ain't here to keep an eye on the kids. So I had to shift everything. CJ and Devin was roasting me before the stream because I was moving around lights and all that stuff. So if y'all hear some kids yelling in the background, my apologies in advance. But let's get that early roll call popping. I think is it my turn? It's Devin's turn. Devin's turn.
Let's do it. All right, what up, y'all, man? So we got here in the building, man. R Supreme Double X. What up? Let's see who else we got. We got Matt. Matt, what's going on? Appreciate you stopping through again. We got our homegirl Joan McCullough's in the building.
What's happening?
Out there reciting lyrics on us. I hear you. I see you. We got our guy Viper in the building. Shout out to Viper. Shout out to Viper out there. I see you. Viper also got that Note 10. I see you out there. He got the big boy. He got the 5G.
He
got the 5G.
I think he got the same one I got.
Viper out there got that 5G network in them Shy City.
Hold on, what's so funny, man? What's so funny? Why everybody start laughing when I say he got the same one I got?
Hey, man, hey, you tell it.
What's the joke all about?
Hey man,
Oh,
you
man.
know.
Finish the roll call, man. Come on.
That is a roll call.
Oh, you looking light this week. Is that
What
what
up,
I'm
y'all?
seeing?
Hey,
It's all
you
good.
know.
Hey, it don't matter whether it's one of y'all or a million. We appreciate everybody stopping through. So let's just get right into it, man.
LeBurn, what up? LBZ, what's
Oh,
good with
LB just popped up. What up, player? Yeah, I want to talk about something very, very controversial. Something that might ruffle some feathers, and I mean that, no pun intended.
you? Gonna go there? You gonna go there now? Or you gonna wait?
Did y'all catch what I just said?
You gonna go there now? Or you wanna wait?
No, I want to
gotta-
go.
we gotta-
I want to.
Oh, you wanna go there now? All right.
Okay. But I want to know, did y'all catch my joke though? Because my joke was fire. I said I'm about to ruffle some feathers.
They don't know what it is yet.
Because I'm about to tell them. Okay. So y'all know this is totally not creator related, but I don't even care. It is creator related because it's something that's going on in our creator lives right now. Right now it's popping. The whole Popeyes versus KFC joint. So that's why I said I'm about to ruffle some feathers. You get the feathers, the chicken. All right. I guess nobody thought it was funny, but whatever. So I want to know how y'all stand up. And did you try one?
All right. I'm gonna tell my story of this whole Popeyes and Chick-fil-A fiasco. All right.
Hey, real quick, if
I
I
was-
don't say nothing, I don't eat chicken and
Hey,
all
he don't
that
eat
stuff.
meat.
So you know, I mean, I eat fish every now and then. So I'm kind of out this conversation, y'all.
All right.
It's just
So
kind of similar to how I'm out to know conversation. I guess fair is fair or whatever.
I guess I'm in both of those conversations. But so
Shut up.
Nah, so I guess all right, I'm gonna tell y'all my story. So the other day, was it Saturday? Actually yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was Friday. So Friday, I was actually gonna go try that brand new chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich or whatever that Popeyes got going on. Now I am a fan of Popeyes food, I must say. But around my way, that line was way down the street.
Man.
And I just couldn't do it. And so right where I'm at, there's a Popeyes and then there's a Chick-fil-A literally side by side.
I gotta
And
tweet this out.
And the line is all the way down the street. So I'm instantly like, I'm sitting in the line for like a good 5 minutes. And I think to myself, and I'm like, Chick-fil-A, I haven't ever stood in line no longer than 10 minutes. I wasn't even close to the window and I'm already in line for 5 minutes. So what I do is I got out of that line, went right over to Chick-fil-A and was in and out of there in 5 minutes.
Wow.
So for me, I still want to try it, but I gotta let the hype go down because I'm gonna be honest, I'm not waiting in line 30 minutes. Like I've been hearing some people waiting in line for over an hour trying to get a sandwich. Like to me, ain't no food. I'm gonna be honest, ain't no food that good for me to stand in line that long. Although I have done it for a place called Slutty Vegan.
Slutty.
Down in Atlanta.
Sir.
Slutty Vegan. It's a vegan spot. It's in Atlanta. That's fire. But yeah, I stood in line long for that spot, but not for no Popeyes. I'm just ain't happening. Sorry.
All right, I'm gonna be honest, right? Even though I don't really eat fast food like that, I personally think Popeyes is the best thing ever invented by Jesus and the higher ups. Okay, Popeyes. When Popeyes is fresh with some hot sauce, it ain't no beating Popeyes. However, I haven't
Over Chick-fil-A?
over Chick-fil-A, bro.
Chick-fil-A ain't done nobody wrong.
Over Chick-fil-A. they you know what they did? They did do me wrong asking $9 for a chicken sandwich. And they want to charge me $8 for a chicken nugget combo when it's like 6 nuggets in there. I'm not feeling that. But anyways, Popeyes, in my opinion, is the best. So I'm going to give you my story, right? I have rolled past Popeyes probably like 4 times in the last maybe 3 days. And every single time there's a line of, I hate to say this, black folks all the way down the street and around the corner waiting for this sandwich. So if anybody has eaten the sandwich, let us know in the comments. Was it really as like mythical as people are making it, or is it just like hype beast and everybody's grabbing one? But this brings up an interesting subject.
I think it's hyped.
I think it's hype because the chicken sandwich can't be that good.
It's just chicken.
It is.
LB said it was out like 2 months ago, man. It's definitely marketing, bruh. Y'all got the. Hey, man, this is marketing at its finest, man.
101, man. They doing something because I'm telling you now, they got social media in a frenzy.
Well, so apparently, I don't know.
Matt, that was his first
total
job was Popeyes. Matt said his first job was Popeyes, so his
I don't know if because I've seen like Chick-fil-A screenshots, but you know how people Photoshop quotes in the tweets that really didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? But I wonder, is Chick-fil-A really participating in this back and forth? Because I saw a Chick-fil-A billboard outside of one of their restaurants that said something like, "We don't run out of chicken." So they definitely I don't know if this was a team up between the two of them, but this is what makes me mad, right? We all got friends, we all got family, we all got colleagues, etc., who have participated in this Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes madness. Tweeted about it, Facebooked about it, Instagrammed about it. They will support this chicken sandwich, but their friends and family who are running whole businesses and XYZ won't support that. So it's kind of crazy to me, like how everybody's tweeting out about this chicken. But I got friends of mine that have never shared one of my videos, even though they tell me on the slide, "Oh man, what you doing is dope XYZ." I just thought that was funny. But anyways, if anybody has tasted the Popeyes chicken sandwich, I would like.
We got LBZ said it's total hype, man. He said it's straight hype. But Versatile said it tastes very similar to Chick-fil-A. He said it's just not as salty. So I don't know, man. Like for me, I'm 100%. I haven't even tried it, but I'm 100% Chick-fil-A, man, because a couple things with Chick-fil-A. They've never gotten my order wrong. I've never stood in line longer than 10 minutes. And the customer service there is ridiculous. Like, even
crazy.
Even if I'm in line, they actually got a, what do they call it? A secret menu or something like that. So basically, I'm a dog owner, dog lover for those out there that don't know. And so I had my dog in the car with me one day, and they actually have a secret menu for your dog. So like, if you ever bring your dogs to Chick-fil-A, they actually got like a treat that they'll give your dog as well. So Chick-fil-A is always gonna be all right with me, man. I ain't gonna turn my back on them just because of this little internet hype.
How much is the sandwich?
I don't even know. I'm
Somebody
be honest.
Before we move on and actually talk about something with some substance, how much is the sandwich? I gotta know how much is the sandwich. I gotta look it up.
Too much. Any fast food is too much if we're just gonna keep it. If we're just gonna be honest.
I mean, that's facts. You know, you paying for convenience though.
True.
Popeyes chicken.
He said $3.99. Crazy Rozilla said $3.99.
That's not bad though.
Yeah, compared to Chick-fil-A, because Chick-fil-A, you'll spend $12 and still be hungry.
That's right. That's why I mess with them. Now, one thing I love about Chick-fil-A though, whenever you go to
CJ,
like,
yeah, I troll in the comments.
but here's the thing though, like, why are people at Chick-fil-A so damn happy all the time? Like, every time I go in there, it's like, do y'all ever have a bad day? Because they always cheerful.
And tell you now, Chick-fil-A got the best, I don't know, employees, interview process, whatever that they doing, that they got. Like you said, Terry, there's never a person there that is ever having a bad day. Every time I've been there, it's always the same perfect experience.
Are you sponsored by Chick-fil-A?
You said what?
Are you sponsored by Chick-fil-A?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. I wish I was. Like,
this seems
I rock with Chick-fil-A, man. And that cheese sauce, man. Come on now.
Bro, this seems a little biased. I'm just gonna be honest.
I like what you call, but man, Popeye's always out of line.
All right. We got to stop talking about this because I'm ready to fly to St. Louis and go over this chicken. Y'all know how I am with chicken. But anyways, so what we want to talk about today, man? Since we didn't spend 10 minutes talking about chicken and CJ can't participate.
Yeah, I know. I'm over here on quiet.
Right.
I'm like, somebody
CJ in the corner over here.
Somebody there like, CJ, have you had the Impossible Burger? I'm like, all right.
If we don't talk about Impossible Burger today,
nah, we ain't going there, play.
Hey, them burgers fire too. I give Impossible Burger some love.
We could go into our question from last week. It was about changing names and rebranding or changing your content.
Shout out to RP3 Tech Reviews for that one.
Oh,
For that
that's
question.
I'm glad he here because he just slid in. So you here in
Yeah.
time, brother, for us to address. You lucky we went on the or they went on the Chick-fil-A rant because without that you would have missed your question, player.
You would have missed it.
Hey, now listen real quick. It looked like the head of security is missing. So that means somebody got to drop the donation link in case anybody want to join in. So CJ, since you engineer, why don't you go ahead and do that for us? And then I'm gonna take this last opportunity to go share this with my friends just so they can come join us. And then we'll get into the meat and potatoes play.
Hey, RP3, did you have any specifics on that question about the rebranding and stuff? What exactly are you trying to do while Terry goes and sends out to his friends?
Because, bro, that's a loaded question. All right, C-Kid, CJ Knows Tech, a.k.a. Do-Rag, and me are live on Creator Cafe. And I'm gonna drop something, and then I'm back.
I think he was talking about, hey man, where RP3? Hold up, player. Let me add this player. Player, where you at, player?
Where you at? All right. So let's get into that question anyway. So he basically was asking about brand changes from.
Oh, there you go. Maybe a
there you
slight
go.
name change, which can open up my content. So I think you said you was trying to ditch the tech off your name, right? I think that's the route you trying to go, right? Oh, we got our second head of security, Viper, in the building. Shout out to Viper for dropping the link. I appreciate you, my G.
And if you have not checked out Viper streams, you must absolutely do so.
Oh yeah, they all the way legit.
If you haven't checked out Viper stream, if you want some entertainment and some tech, man, you need to hit his stream. I'm just gonna keep it real. He has the most entertaining stream on YouTube.
Yeah, you talking about energy, high energy.
Yeah. But so I think rebranding. I guess we should tackle rebranding first, right? Because we've all talked about that. I know Joan talked about that. Like she was going through a thing, I guess, last week where she had my damn inbox blowing up with all the notifications.
Oh, let me get my sounds locked and loaded. I need the players over here.
Yeah. But I do think it is a good topic to touch on. Now, I offer you perspective real quick. Jay-Z reinvented himself how many times? How many aliases do Jay-Z have?
I don't know. He had the hottest intro on any song.
Yeah. He got Hove. Yeah, he got Hove. He got Jay-Z. He got Jigga. He got don't he got one more?
I don't know.
All right. So okay, Puff Daddy. How many aliases do Puff Daddy got? He got Diddy. He got Sean Combs. He got
P. Diddy.
Yeah, he got P. Diddy. So the point I'm trying to make is brands always like rebrand themselves every few years. Unless like the big boys like Apple and Samsung, a lot of times they may not do it, but a lot of times brands do like either switch their name up or their motto or their vision statement. Like they switch it. Brands do that crap all the time. So I do think it's worth talking about if you should do it for your YouTube channel and when you should do it, or if it even matters.
I think it matters. I think my perspective on it is number one, I want to throw out there and say I think rebranding is a good thing. I do think that when you do it though, it has to make sense. I don't think like you should just rebrand for the purpose of you're feeling like maybe you think mentally things are becoming stagnant. Sometimes people rebrand for that purpose, and I personally don't think that may be a good reason to rebrand. I think if you're rebranding, you're rebranding to add something to it that I don't know, you may not be able to do under your current branded name, or you may just want to do a refresh. But to me, it just has to make sense. Like it just can't just be rebranding all the time. And I don't believe that you should rebrand multiple times either. Like if you rebrand it into, maybe do it once every 10 years or something like, like it just can't be like, oh, I'm rebrand myself every 2 months or every 3 months or every, whatever. It has to be a reason as to why you're rebranding. Now I know.
So go ahead.
Real quick though, my bro Viper just dropped a super chat up in the building. Yo, shout out to Viper, man. Thank you for supporting the stream, my man.
Give me my money.
Appreciate that, player. But I think so. Like in Jones' case, I think because it was like 10,000 notifications that I could not keep up with him. However, I think the premise of it was like, do you make a name that's specific to what you're doing, or do you become your brand so you can kind of do and talk about as you please? I think that's what she was going after, and I'm not sure what RP3 was kind of going after, but that's what I kind of gathered from it.
Yeah, because he's saying certain names can hold you to certain type of videos. That's why I was thinking of dropping the tech out of it. And you 100% RP3. I've been low-key thinking about this because I'm running like multiple channels that are niche, but then I want them all to come back to one place.
Talk about niche. Okay.
I want them all to come back to one place. I don't want to have 3 or 4 social medias. I don't want to have a social media for each thing. Like I think if you brand yourself, say as your brand or as your name, you can send everything back to one place because it makes sense. You are the person, the brand that have these different outlets. So I've really been thinking about that lately because I don't want to have a hustle to create Twitter and Instagram. I don't want to have like a photo vlog, Twitter and Instagram. I just want to send everything here to where I got CJ Knows Tech because that's where I'm at. But CJ Knows Tech talks to tech specifically, so I can see totally where you're coming from, RP3 Tech. And honestly, if you want to drop the tech to be more universal, a lot of people are doing it. Take note. I see a lot of big people, they just go into their name. And it's got to be some value or some reasoning to that because these are people who have grown followings and have done big things and are known for that branded niche name, but now they're just switching into their flat out name.
So I guess the question is, does it really matter? You know what I'm saying? Because your name is CJ Knows Tech, does that automatically like cancel you out from talking about Popeye's chicken? You know, just as an example.
Well, vegetarian cancels me out on that one. I'm sorry, player.
Right. Or whatever it is, vegan you want to talk about. Does it really matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, do people subscribe to you? Like, his name is CJ Knows Tech, so I better not see anything else than tech on his channel.
Well, I do think the name does play a part into what you actually talk about, though. I do. Like, I think if you do have tech in your name, the preconceived notion is that you talk about tech. Now, can you talk about other things? Yeah, I think you can. I don't think there's anything wrong with talking about other things. It's the question is how does it become? I think the question is how does it actually become perceived with that? So I don't know. It's kind of a sticky situation. It's actually one thing I saw. What's Inside? I know a lot of y'all probably out there watch What's Inside. He just dropped a dope video, by the way, with Jerry Rig Everything, and I just found out that they actually have 2 channels. They have a What's Inside and they have a What's Inside family. And I just noticed like what CJ was just talking about in regards to like their Twitter accounts, they're still running everything under one main source, but they still have multiple channels that are out there. And so that's something it's definitely something to think about.
Where is CJ, man?
CJ just dipped.
Where is CJ at?
I rebranded so Versatile. I said that's why I branded myself as versatile. I kept myself open to trying different things within my niche, and that will grow with me as I grow. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I don't think having tech in your name or having a specific genre within your name is a bad thing, but I also don't think it's a bad thing either not to as well. So it all really depends on what's your whole goal of what you want to do. And, again, that may be something later on down the road. Maybe you start off talking about tech and then you just like, you know what? Maybe I don't want to just talk about tech. I want to talk about, issues, or I want to talk about, what it's like being a creator. I want to talk about camera gear, whatever that may be. I think you can open yourself up to that. But I think you also have to get to a point, too, before you do that building a relationship with your audience that's going to respect your opinion on different topics outside of what they came there for. I think that's also the big thing too.
So then the next question will be, should you? I just had my question. I totally forgot what I was about to freaking say. So hold on, let me go back because I think Matt said something about, do you need to establish a? Do you think once you establish in the field of video, it makes it easier to rebrand? I honestly don't know. I don't know if there's a right time to rebrand. I don't know if there ever is a right time to rebrand because I went through a phase where like my Instagram was all about like my Instagram been crazy, man. When I first got started on Instagram, I was just doing whatever. Then I started taking my film serious, like my film business serious. So then I changed everything to Clear Vision Films. And I kind of lost my passion for filming because some of my equipment had got stolen and I had the money to get back into it. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna do bodybuilding. So then I ended up switching it again to Terry Warfield. So I I haven't switched it back to anything because I kind of feel like me changing the names to like fit whatever I was doing, it doesn't really encompass who I am as a person. I don't like considering myself as a brand. I just like for me that's just I don't know. I like it's just like I don't like calling people followers or subscribers. I don't like calling myself a brand. However, I don't I don't want to pigeonhole myself into saying Terry Warfield Tech or something like that, which is why I haven't did it. But I finally remember my question. So does that mean that should you just go with a brand name like Devin, or should you run multiple channels?
So JD just pointed out, he said multiple channels for YouTube for topics if they're drastically different. But you can have a singular social media that brings it all together like Twitter or Instagram. But he said as far as YouTube, it needs to be topic focused.
And we've been actually going back and forth about this for a minute. I know this has been one of my personal dilemmas because I'm thinking about splitting off like my motivational content and my tech content. But then to take that further, like my tech content, I like covering cell phones, but I also like covering like film and stuff. So I've been trying to figure out like, should I just, keep rolling with everything on one channel, or should I kind of diversify YouTube, but then keep Instagram as kind of like the funnel and just do whatever I want on Instagram. So I don't know. I can't say what the best idea for that is. I think JD has a good point. Like on YouTube, I'm wondering like it may be better for algorithmic purposes. Did y'all hear that beast word I just dropped? Algorithmic for like I'm wondering.
Don't cuss, hey man. Please don't cuss.
I'm not cussing, man. But y'all gonna give me my respect for dropping algorithmic.
No, I'm talking algorithmic. Algorithm is a curse word. Oh, please stop cussing.
Oh, yeah.
I will say this though. I switched my name. I don't know if any of y'all were way back when I had some weird name. I used to be like 300 views per second on YouTube, and then I switched to CJ Knows Tech just to make it more brand specific and niche, and so that people can understand what the channel.
Here we go. Where does
dark on hashtag?
Where is CJ at, man?
Oh man!
Why is it that every single stream it's like it's monsters in CJ house that
Right.
only attack him, when he come on
No,
live
I
stream?
think what he getting at. I think what he getting at is like I think like for me, I changed my name. Mine was just like C Kid. I think is what it was. C Kid 861 or something. It was something crazy. I don't remember.
86.
Yeah, C Kid 86 is what it was. And I ended up changing it to C Kid Tech because it was his battery died. But that's that Canon.
Right.
But no, mine was C Kid 86. And I was actually working with
a play
TCL.
on the A73.
Oh, he
He playing,
back.
quit trolling. I'm on the A73. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Hold on, player. Quick.
Oh, there you go. Okay, you got the battery.
I got the backup.
But,
You know what I'm saying? I've been
but I
grinding,
was
y'all.
on
My bad.
But I was on that. I was actually working with some people. I had a long conversation with the people over at TCL. Shout out to TCL, man. I know they not sponsoring the stream or nothing like that. But
They can if they want to, though. What's up,
yeah,
player?
they can if they want. What's up, y'all? but I had a conversation with them, man, and it was actually right before they hooked me up with this TV, and they was basically telling me like, hey, like we love what you do, blah 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 blah, but we really want you. You should think about making sure all of your handles are the same across the board. Now I know that is social media 101. That's like the very basic that you should do. But I think for me, I was so excited at the beginning to just start that I didn't really care about, everything being branded the exact same because I didn't really look at it like that. I just looked at it as just dropping videos and whoever see it. But I definitely think as far as rebranding, if you're going to do it, don't make the mistake that I did. Definitely.
I guess we're going StreamYard, player, man. Streamlabs don't seem to be reliable at all. I think we're supposed to be live. We live now. I mean, it haven't kicked back in on the browser, but we live now.
The algorithm got us.
Yeah.
You know what it was, CJ? You brought up the algorithm.
All right, there we go. We back.
I called it a
man.
curse word and they got mad.
You brought up the algorithm and then apparently the stream went off. But so I do want to say
we not back, bro, at all. What the hell going on? According to OBS, I'm supposed to be live. All right, StreamYard it is, my G's, man. This is bullshit.
We look live
C-Kid
right
continue.
Now.
It says, all right, algorithm.
Can y'all hear me?
Can y'all
hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me?
Hey.
Yes, you are. Somebody,
We back.
We're back.
Somebody
Say we back.
Okay, all right. Well, I can go ahead and continue. But yeah, so yeah, when I had a conversation with them, I talked about wanting to basically. They told me basically I need to make sure that I'm the same across all boards. So basically what I'm telling y'all, if there's something that you are thinking about doing, if you really want to rebrand yourself, just make sure that you can find that same name across the board. So that's going to take some time. It's going to take some research because, again, there's thousands of accounts that gets created probably on a daily basis. So you definitely want to make sure you're the same across Instagram, Twitter, especially Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah, they can hear us, but they can't see us. Hey, I swear, man, OBS is.
Man, I'm watching the stream on my cell phone, and we are live. I can confirm that.
You can see
I
us.
can see us. Yeah, you don't believe me? Boom, play it.
I know,
right there.
but Crazy Rozilla say he can't see us.
They live.
No, on the browser though. My browser not showing us.
Browser say stream offline.
Yeah.
But
Jones said she could see us. Man, OBS got me hot, bruh.
We got
I think we coming back. All right, we coming. We back. They can see.
We been back, man.
Can you see us though?
Yeah, I can see.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
I still can't.
All right. So we back. So basically, what I was saying, like, if y'all, I'm gonna get this out. No. But basically, what I'm saying is, man, just make sure that you can find your name across all different platforms. And even if you're thinking about other platforms that you may not be on yet, for example, like Snapchat. Like, I haven't gotten on Snapchat. I haven't even checked my name on there just to see if I can get it. But if there is something that you're thinking about doing, even also look at the future platforms that you may consider jumping on in the future as well, just to make sure that you can find that name. That way you can be the same, rebranded across all different.
I'm gonna tell you now, before you even switch your name, see if you can claim all 3 areas or wherever you're trying to be first. Claim the name everywhere. And then you can be like, all right, roll out.
Yep.
I do that every time.
Oh, my blur ain't on. Hold on, man.
Oh,
Terry,
man, we can
just
see the
now
curtain.
noticed that.
Hold on, man.
Right. Yeah. Oh man, we can see the curtain.
Man, blur my background out. All right, we good now. All right, so I do want to say this, right? I think when we're thinking about rebranding, that we think that everybody, like the world is gonna stop if we change our YouTube name or Twitter name or whatever. Yeah. My advice is if you wanna rebrand, like don't think about what everybody else is gonna think. The reality is 95% of the people probably won't even notice. So what I would say is if you do want to rebrand or change your name or whatever, figure out what it is you want to be. Think it out thoroughly, you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain platforms that are only made, like you can only change it one time per XYZ or one time period. So think it out thoroughly before you change. But if you want to rebrand, man, just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
Super Saiyan Blur.
I was. All right, Versatile. You remember that player.
Hey.
You remember that player. But yeah, but Jones just said we're scared of the algorithm who already trolls us. Man, the algorithm.
Uh-oh. Look, the stream about to crash and burn.
Stream about to crash.
I tried, player.
Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Terry.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, that's part of it. Like, dude, is it really gonna matter that much if you change your name, especially like if you just getting started? If you just getting started and you don't have any real traction on YouTube or anything like that, change it and get it over with. Like,
hey, I'm gonna just say this though, like everybody's name ain't worthy. Like my name is trash. Like I mean, I see some people with some difficult names. They go with their name, but that's one thing. Like I don't know. Like everybody don't got a Mark. Everybody don't got a Terry Warfield. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't got that. So I don't know. I guess you gotta find a universal name if you don't got a good name. I don't know.
Man, make one up. Like you know how many. Like
I say think it through, man. I say think it through because I'm gonna tell you one of the persons or one of the people who I personally think comes up with probably the most creative names and just I gotta give him his props, man. And that's MKBHD, man. I gotta give him his props for this, just like the naming that he comes up with for whether it's segments or whether it's his podcast. And his podcast is actually real dope, by the way, for those that ain't checked it out. It's just got to think about it, like what you want your name to be, and go for it, and don't be afraid to make the change, man.
I say do it today. Like if you wanna do it, like it ain't no point of waiting.
Get it past you.
The longer you wait, the more anxiety you're gonna have about it. Like if you want to change it, the algorithm. Like I'm not even trying to be funny. Unless like you popping on YouTube, is it really gonna make a big deal? You know what I'm saying? I know, like, I don't think it's gonna make no big deal for me if I decide to change, but like, does it really matter that much? I say just go ahead and get it over with if you want to change. And like, I'm also not against if you want to come up with a name. Like, brands assume other names all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see a lot of celebrities. You think like a lot of these celebrities that you know their names, you think that's their real name?
Nah, it ain't. I was just about to say that. You take that out. That's a fact. Big fact.
Yeah, so don't be afraid if you want to pick an alias or something to represent what you think your brand should be, or even if you don't want to call it a brand, whatever it should be. Like,
new name coming soon, y'all. I just got a good idea. Thank you, Terry. I'm going Hollywood, player. I'm going back to my roots.
Compton CJ.
That's San Andreas, GTA. There it is.
CJ. Matt G said my real last name is.
Nintendo.
I ain't gonna do that to you, man.
But he said he picked the last name and made up. Well, he said, "Oh man, my last name is made up. I thought it sounded cool. My real last name is what it is." He laughing.
I was about to
dope gaming channel. That's for sure.
What's his name on? What's your name as a creator? Isn't it this? I thought that was no. It's not.
But yeah, like don't be afraid. Like maybe your friends might like, oh, that's not your real name XYZ. But who cares, man? If you want to build a brand, build it. Who could tell you any different? You know,
that's
like
a fact.
Yeah, who cares?
Steve Jobs
like,
name one apple.
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if it wasn't so many damn CJ would be my name, because that's literally everybody who know me, even Crazy Razilla contestant. I've been called CJ since I was a kid, so to me that's my name. But I can't just be CJ in the world of social media where everybody wants, or So in the world, I wish I could. Is there even a defined CJ? No, right?
Well, you could just spell it all out like CEEJ. Listen, I'm just trying to help you out, man.
I know. I just want the C and the J player. Who got CJ Twitter player? Give it up, G. Jack move, fool.
All right, so I got a question. Have y'all ever looked for, like when y'all was first coming up with names, did y'all look for like the name that y'all wanted? Or one of the names y'all wanted, and you found out it was an account that ain't been active in like 10 years.
Oh, yeah, they got it. Hey, I wish you could fire or make them come up off that. I wish there was a way to debo people out of social media names, man. I swear, I wish you could debo them up out of it.
What you
Give me
mean?
your chain.
Like somebody who's not using this social media, but they got it locked up because they claimed it first, and they're not even active on it. I wish you could just come up in there and just snatch it up off them.
I didn't have that issue whatsoever. I'm sorry. But somebody just brought up a good.
You want to lucky.
Flossie Carter is a good example of that. Do y'all really think Flossie Carter's name? I'm not gonna put his real name out there because I know his real name. But like, do you really think his name is Flossie Carter? No, it's not. So again, if you want to brand yourself. Who cares, man? Your friend. Only people that's gonna care is your friends. They gonna be like, oh man, that's not your real name. You can be like, man, shut up. You ain't making me no money. So who cares what you think?
Hey, I'm gonna touch on something that Tech for Your Knees said. He brought up a good point. He said the reason I changed my name is because a famous soccer player has his name, so it was difficult to find him. So that's actually a good point. I guess as far as rebranding and looking up a different name, like you also want to make sure that it's not used by somebody else. That it's just make you almost impossible to be searchable. And it's something that you can build up from the ground up. So where it's like, if people was to type in, I don't know, like let's say for example, somebody typed in CJ Knows Tech, they're gonna find CJ's content on Google. Or if they typed in Terry Warfield, they're gonna find Terry's content on Google or whatnot. So versus it being like, I don't know, if you was to pick a famous name or something like that, like Apple something or Sony something, like you're not gonna be found underneath that. So you definitely gotta look at something that's gonna be searchable as well, that you can own 100%.
Hey, Tech for Your Knees, you should just challenge him on soccer, G. You gotta tell him to take a head up, like one shot for the name, G. Like one shot, right. You know what's up?
I want to throw something super random, real quick. I'm getting tired of these little Amazon companies hitting me up, asking me to buy something, and then refund it. I'm gonna start cussing them out, man.
Hey, Terry's starting to come up, because he's starting to get harassed now. Look, it's Terry, I see you over there, player. You getting the harassment.
I'm getting sick of it. If I get one more freaking email telling me that they want me to try their product and they want me to buy it first and then they will refund me.
Hey, it's the perfect business model, G. Like, make you buy it and then hey, look, you know that here. Hey, and I just want to say something. That's against Amazon policy. So for y'all smaller up-and-coming creators, don't ever do that deal, because what they're gonna do is they're gonna tell you to buy it. They're gonna quote-unquote, send you a refund, but then they're gonna want you to leave an Amazon review. Listen, you can lose your affiliate account over there. They a little cheap. Don't even do it, play. It ain't even worth it. Like, they gaming you out of the whole game. They gaming the system. They gaming their numbers for Amazon. They playing the game with you. Why would you be a pawn in a chess game? So don't do it.
And you're not getting nothing out of it.
Fact. Nothing.
That was totally random, and I'm sorry. I didn't mean to digress like that. But hey, before we move forward, because I got another question I want to touch on that's kind of synonymous with what we've been talking about. And I think we talked about it a little bit before, but I really want to talk about it. But drop that donation link if anybody want to donate to the chat, man. We definitely appreciate it, whether it's $1, whether it's $1 million, whether you don't donate anything, man. We appreciate y'all coming through, spending your time with us. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to kick it with Creator Cafe. So salute, and we appreciate it. Now, one thing I do want to hold on, I think my stepdaughter just got home. The dog is going nuts. He's going nuts.
Terry was chihuahua over there.
Man, this dude is the most annoying dog ever, man. Ever. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta pull it. But I want to talk about niching, man. I want to talk about should you niche. Hold on.
All right, so well, we can go into it. We'll let Terry come back when he gets back. But niching. Man, should you niche? Niching is something that I think you have
Hold
to
up,
do.
player. Yeah, I think it's niche. Can we be? I think that's how we're supposed to say it. Yeah. I think that's how. I think it's niche.
But I think niching is something that you definitely got to do on the YouTube platform. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I wish it was something that you didn't have to do, because I feel like as a creator, I should be able to create. Like if I created my channel, this is my channel, my whatever. I look at my channel as like my network. I should be able to put on that network whatever content I want to put on that network. But unfortunately, the young algo
What I
really
miss?
act that way. We talking about that niche.
You missed our RP3 Tech got pitched to review a dog muzzle.
Dog muzzle. Hey, RP3, is that why you want to take tech off your name?
Oh man, you got pissed to review a dog muzzle?
All right, that's a
Hey,
question. I gotta
Viper,
ask
I'm not
y'all.
being a phonics snob. I didn't know if people would know what we were talking about. We say niche. I don't know.
No.
All right, no, I do got a question though.
That's
Based off
solid.
RP3, based
Go
off
ahead.
what RP3,
Because I think we about to ask the same thing.
No, based on R3, what is the craziest item that y'all have been asked to review that you declined?
Dude, I got asked.
Don't say that with no company names. We're gonna keep
All
it.
right, okay. So the craziest thing I ever received was asking me to review female.
I know, right?
It was like, I don't know. I think it was female incontinence products. So it was it was so wild, man. I think I told y'all about it when I got the email a few months ago. But that was probably
A bath sponge.
and 5%.
You got
lunch bag.
Greatest
A
spot.
lunch bag. Hey.
Somebody
What,
had
the
the
dog
what's the name of
muscle?
that sponge that's in what is it? The sponge. What
Oh,
is
you talking about the daddy, whatever it's
daddy
called?
sponge, something
The
like
scrub
that.
daddy or something. I forgot what it's called. I don't know what it's called.
Man, so like I wonder how did that email go when they asked him to review the dog muzzle? So like, because usually they just send them pre-canned emails like, you know, with all types of typos saying we checked out your videos XYZ. You have great content. So did they hit you up like? Did they hit you up
like that dog collar that you reviewed?
we checked out this dog.
We got a donation. Joan,
Hey.
shout out to Joan for that. Thank you.
Give
me my money.
Thank you, Joan. Very much so.
No, I think the craziest thing that I had, man, I got asked for to review. It was actually on Instagram, and it was some cigars. Like the dude was like, "Yo, I really dig your channel," and he was like, "If you could put these cigars," and I'm like, "I don't even smoke, bro." It's like,
What you want me to do? Hold it?
Right? Like, what you want me to do with these? Like, want me to
Hey,
show
when y'all
off the
see
humidifier?
C-Kid
Like-
over there holding a cigar on the stream and on his next review, y'all know player then took the bag.
I ain't gonna lie, that would have been dope for my 48 hours on my Detective C kid. That probably would have worked an hour, but nah, I was like, nah, bro. I was like, I don't even smoke, so I'm like, and I don't even. My channel has nothing to do with cigars, but nah.
But it's like I think we kind of touched on this. Like, when do you accept the offers and when do you not?
Another iconic mods up in the building. Yo, what up, iconic? He just dropped some
Iconic,
paper
what's
on
happening?
us. You know what I'm saying? He always
Iconic
supporting.
Pies, appreciate
Give me
it.
my money.
Hyper. So what'd you say, Terry?
Never mind. I don't even because we kind of talked about that a lot in detail. The thing I want to talk about is niche and should you niche?
Niche. According to C-
No.
Hey, first of
right.
all, Terry be the first one correcting people on how to speak, and he over here coming with the bag. No,
Right.
no, you do be all up on C-Kid, and any of us are saying something wrong. So we, you know,
hey,
put-
man, I look at it like
That's
this.
because
I
you
ain't at
say
work.
GIF, and I don't.
If I ain't
agree.
at work, I ain't gotta be
it's
politically
GIF
correct.
and
No,
GIF
it's not
is
GIF.
debatable. It's debatable, bro.
No,
The person
GIF
who
is
created
Created
it, the creator says GIF,
And he's wrong.
but he created it.
He created
Still
it.
wrong.
Terry's right, 100% of the time.
Hey, listen.
Hey, wait, hold on. In the chat, yo, man, GIF. Hold on. I need to know. Is it
I'm willing to
GIF
fight
or
over this
GIF? Oh, I
I'm
mean,
willing to fight over this one.
GIF or GIF? Yo, hit. Which one y'all rolling with? Yo, I need to know in the chat. Is y'all Team GIF or Team GIF?
CJ, that just sounds stupid.
Hey, man, I just need to know, player. You know.
That is peanut butter.
It's crazy, you know, it don't matter to me, but like, you get killed in comments for it. We got Terry, he about ready to cuss over me saying, oh, I see a GIF. I see one GIF. One vote for
one
GIF.
No. So you mean everybody in my life?
Oh,
been
yeah,
wrong?
we got two GIFs. Oh, yeah. 2-0.
Both of y'all.
2-0, player. Oh, actually,
Both y'all
3-0.
are wrong.
Count me.
Both
3-0.
y'all.
Where you at, C-Kid?
You're losing.
Where you at, C-Kid?
Both of y'all are wrong and better unsubscribe.
All right, I'm gonna look at it like this.
Where you at, CK? Oh, tech for your
Oh,
knees,
no,
Jeff.
If I have to say, if I gotta say one thing, if I'm spelling the word gift, I'm spelling it G-I-F-T. If I'm taking off the T, it's gift.
Exactly. Thank you.
I'm just
Wait,
going off.
Hold on. Let's talk about the English language.
I'm
Let's
going off
talk.
the Queen's
The
English.
English language has no pure definition. This is the craziest language.
It's the word. Yeah, it's the worst language ever.
It's all created, so it's like it
Yep.
could be whatever you want it to be. Like GIF is original from the guy who started it. I know that's what I said. Versatile. You know what I'm saying?
He's an idiot. The dude who made the word is an idiot. Okay.
Versatile,
Tomato,
he was
tomato,
pressured when he was
whatever,
asked
it
that
don't
question.
matter.
That's why he
obviously
just
hot.
threw out one.
All right,
No,
what were we saying before this? I forgot.
Listen,
we were talking about
refuse
niche.
to believe that everybody in my life has been wrong. No, all of these people were not right. I've never met one person that's called a GIF a GIF until I met CJ.
No, it used to be GIF for me too, though. But then when I started getting corrected, I'm like, all right, maybe it is GIF. Once they said the originator said GIF, I was like, all right, whatever he intended it to be.
But who said? Did somebody say the originator said that it was
I don't know.
GIF?
That's just what I
Or
heard.
did
Hey,
the
you know how it
originator
works. You know how it
actually
works. You know how it works.
Hey, man.
It's a mystical myth right now, as of right now. You know what I mean?
I'm going off of how I pronounce gift.
I used to
pronounce
say
it
GIF
gift.
all the time too.
And it's gift.
Right.
Fact.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
And it's Jiffy Lube. With the chain. It's a difference.
All of y'all are wrong and better unsubscribe to my channel right now.
First of all, hey, who don't have a original cap on the top of their camera so Terry could just sit here and judge you? Cause
Bro,
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Bro, I ordered
definitely
new
got-
ones.
So I'm raising my hand at that one.
Look, Terry don't even got his talking about he ordered new ones. Look,
No,
play it. Oh,
camera-
hey, look,
right
behind
now,
the
I ain't
scenes,
I'll
look.
be right back. Hold on.
Oh, here
The
he
people
go, here
who
he go.
always judge somebody always is the one who got the same issue they judging people for.
Better keep that same energy, Terry.
Hey, that ain't no F1.2 Boca. That's
Nah,
Skype
don't give him
Boca.
that credit. Don't give him that credit.
That's that
That's
Skype,
Skype.
Boca.
Hey, I can do that too.
That's that live focus.
Let me show you that. Bam, just like that. I just got that weirdness. Don't give him that 1.2 credit.
This is how serious I am about having a cap on my camera.
That's
But so look, I had replaced it with a bubble leveler. I don't even know where my bubble leveler is though, but
I
there's
got
a
one of those,
square,
too.
there's a
Yep.
legit like square bubble leveler, and that serves more purpose to me than just the little black cover up. But I
I
lost
keep
it.
it
I
off
don't
of
even
there,
know where
man,
it is.
because I'm always either putting my mic on there or I'm putting something up there. So I'm like,
If you don't have one of these on your camera, don't you talk to me. We cannot be friends if you have not covered your hot shoe up. Lens cap, I can roll with the lens cap, but if your hot shoe is missing, don't talk to me.
lens cap, you better have a filter in there or something.
Yeah, hey,
Not just got it
I
out
hope
there
y'all saw
just
that
making-
tweet I retweeted with that guy who dropped his lens and the whatever thing protected it. Y'all definitely keep a filter on the front of your lens. And y'all saw Jesse, he almost dropped that C200
Yeah, off that hillside.
player.
Well, you shouldn't be hand holding no C200 no ways.
He wasn't
Oh, yeah,
hand
that
holding
was
it.
slight
Yeah, but he was in the
But
sketchy. He was on the
like
hill
a
though.
hill. Yeah, it
Oh.
was just kind of odd.
It's kind of weird because I don't really like. There's a very small amount of people's content I actually watch, and like we talked about this before. I just don't like. I do like watching other people's content for inspiration, but at the same time, I don't like overindulging on people's content. 'cause
Nah,
I
this
don't-
was Twitter, player. This
Yeah.
wasn't YouTube.
oh,
Yeah, this
oh,
is
yeah,
Twitter.
yeah.
This is tweet, man. Yeah.
Oh, well, like y'all was about to have me going on a whole tangent.
Hey,
Y'all was just like
okay.
y'all
Get
about
too
to let
deep
about to
there,
let me.
All right, so
Terry's about
look,
to
let
bring
me
out
ask
the
you.
philosophical
Let me ask y'all this. What is your most recent rabbit hole on YouTube? What are y'all watching on YouTube as of late?
All right, I'll tell you mine. This dude is honestly, I guess we just to hell with niche since nobody wanted to talk about that. But
I mean, we can get back to it. We can get back to it.
honestly, I think my favorite channel right now is Make Tech Now. I don't know if y'all watch
he's
him,
dope.
dude. His level of creativity and storytelling is beyond this world. So that's Make Art Now is his channel name.
Oh, I
Make
know who you're
Period.
talking about. Yeah, he's super dope.
Yeah, make period art period.
Wait,
now.
but is he the last person you were watching? What was you last thing? What's the last thing you've been diving into on YouTube?
No. You know what? I actually don't search on YouTube. I kind of go with, like, I use YouTube as like a time killer. So I kind of treat it like TV, where I just open up the YouTube app and whatever's recommended, I just
okay.
That's what's something catch my eye.
Hey, so look, let me
like
tell you
the
something.
algorithm.
Hey, let me, and that's funny thing. That's a
Because
one.
algorithm is serving me stupid
No,
stuff.
let me tell y'all something though.
you
But what
watching,
Terry
though?
just said, he opens up and he watches what YouTube recommends. This is very important because people. This is why your videos are like. This is why niching is important. This is why
Thumbnails.
serving the viewer is important because everything you put out isn't going to get served to everybody. It depends on what they watching. That's how YouTube works. So you're not going to always win on YouTube, like, period, because of the fact that they're just serving whatever the person's watching. Like me lately, I've been looking at a certain car. So all of my YouTube suggestions is this car and people who are doing things with this car. So I'm not even watching like tech YouTube or anything like, but that's what I want to view right now as a viewer, and that's what YouTube's gonna serve me. What about you, Devin? What you been watching on YouTube lately?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like what I've been watching, I kind of got my morning routines, man, that I watch. So my first thing I watch when I open up YouTube is The Breakfast Club. I gotta listen to The Breakfast Club. That's one of my favorite shows that I watch and listen to. The other thing I've been deep down into, man, which is it's like I gotta get my daily dose of my Big Dave Ramsey guy. So I gotta get my daily dose of that. And then I also watch 85 South. Now I've been really diving.
Oh yeah, they got something lit. I used to watch their stuff a lot though. They lit.
Man, like they got something special, man. And
That's a fact.
I'm watching to see what it, for those that don't know, 85 South. If y'all watch Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out, there are three people that was on there, three comedians that was on there. They got together and pretty much started their own like touring comedy show.
It's a live podcast. That's what basically.
It's like
well, that's how
live
they call it. Yeah, but
and it's dope. Like it's real dope stuff, man. And I'm curious. I'm watching them mainly to see where that really blossoms
got some.
to. Because I can see
Crazy
that from the
Rodzilla
show.
just dropped a little paper. I just have to tell him, thank you, player.
Give me my money.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
I actually lied on mine. I lied.
I knew you
Rodzilla,
was
we gotta
lying.
talk
I
about
knew.
your
Hey,
list
look,
too,
I
brother.
knew Terry was lying because he ain't. Now we come out. He went. All right, let's go, Terry.
Right. Talk about it.
I do mostly like just kind of go with whatever's recommended. But YouTube, first of all, be recommending stupid stuff. That's number one. Number two, CJ is absolutely right. That is really a testament of how important thumbnails are, because a lot of people do go on YouTube and just scroll. And you know what I click on? I click on something that catches my eye. So the thumbnails, a lot of people don't take thumbnails serious. Thumbnails are, in my opinion, more important than your freaking video, because that is what gets people to click. So, but anyway, I digress. I have been on a Zelda rabbit hole lately, and I go on these like periods where I'm like completely enamored in Zelda and the Zelda legacy and the lore and stuff like that. And then one day I'm just totally uninterested. And then I'll see something 2 months later, and then I'm way back down the rabbit hole. So I have been like deep into Zelda lore lately, because there's like 3 separate timelines and all these theories and stuff around all of them. So I have been down the Zelda rabbit hole. How typically I try not to go down rabbit holes because it's just not productive. So I try not to do it.
No, it's not productive at all. I have to agree to that. Like it'll have you on YouTube for, you look up and 3 hours done pass and you don't watch a ton of people's content. So, I mean, you got to watch it in moderations, but like, I still think it's part of also taking the break as well.
That's exactly how I was about to say. That's how I'm using it lately. Like I've been burnt.
Taking the break.
Slightly getting close to that burnout. I just had to take a breather away from like creating and doing what I do. So I just separate myself from that. So I'm over here focusing, but it's also productive because low key what I'm looking at is going to eventually turn into something that I do on here eventually. I'm pretty sure 100%, but yeah.
I'm in like a little burnout phase too, man. I'm gonna be honest.
We've been grinding. I 100%. All this like we using vacay from regular jobs to go grind. So you coming from you taking off to grind and then come back to the grind. It ain't no time to like take a break. Like, it's crazy, yo.
Bro, I haven't filmed nothing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't filmed nothing since we left New York. That's just, I mean, part of it is also I've been mad busy. The kids is in sports, so it's like I get off work and then it's football practice and then the day is over. On the weekends, I'm trying to catch up from all the stuff that, you know, I didn't get a chance to do during the week, but then it's still football games and basketball games. And so I just honestly, like, part of it's burnout, part of it's just like life is kind of taking priority at this particular moment. But I got fire coming. I got some fire coming to play.
And let me, there's two things I want to talk about in the chat. So Iconic Mods, he said he ain't gonna lie. He asked all three of us for advice, and we all said thumbnails needed help. He changed them up, and he started getting subs. Yo, true testament. Bro really did slide in the DMs. I did tell him that exact same thing. And I'm proud to see you make that adjustment and get results from that. So that's a tried and true thing. And another thing, RS Supreme asks, do you use the subscribe video? I can't talk. Do you use the subscribe video tab?
What is that? No,
Hey, look.
Come again, TJ?
Come again? What did you say there?
What did you say, sir?
He asked, do you guys use the subscribe video tab? That's legit where I keep a tab on my Chrome, always on the subscriber tab. I like to
I don't
see
even know
what's...
what that is.
So look, this is why, see, Terry is a typical YouTube viewer. This is why your videos, if Terry subscribed to you, he don't watch them because he don't know you drive. He don't even watch my videos because he don't know, because he don't have his subscriber tab open. Basically, the subscriber tab is everyone you subscribe to, it populates their videos in one place for you. So it's not like the YouTube. It's not like the YouTube one where you just getting random stuff suggested off the algorithm. Like, that's why I stay in my subscriber tab, like legit. So that's how I can see C-Kid video or Terry when they drop or anyone else that I follow because I'm in that subscriber tab.
CJ, I'll just let you know, and we kind of just rambling on, but that's cool. I have a diss video coming out about you.
He about to diss me?
I'm just being honest with you.
It's about what I said about the headphone jack? What's up?
Yes, exactly.
I knew it.
Yep. So
You know the funny thing, let me just say this though, real
Leave
talk.
the headphone jack alone, man.
No, let me just say this. You know the
Let
funny
it go,
thing
Pete.
is, no, 100% the headphone jack is a useful tool. Like, bro, look at the headphones I got on. Like, I am someone who believes that wire sound is definitely better. No,
Wire sound
but
is definitely better.
listen, when I'm on the go, and I'm out and about, convenience is king. I don't need no wires and cables if I'm out and about and I'm being mobile. I don't want that. Like,
what if your battery die?
huh?
Bro, I got a wire right
You
here.
can put a wire in it, like legit, but
So you can plug a wire in the
but
AirPods.
no,
what you
okay,
telling me.
okay, no. First of all, AirPods,
No,
they
but
ain't
you
gonna
got
die.
yours
Those
that come in
24
the box.
hours.
I can't
Every time you put your
both y'all yelling at me at the
Oh,
same
wait.
time.
Every time you put your AirPods in the case, they charge. So it's rare that you're going to run out of power on the AirPod. But I use like these Sony noise canceling joints and they're Bluetooth. But if they were to run out, I do have the 1/8" wire. But I've never ran out of power because I keep multiple. Well, maybe I'm different because I keep multiple Bluetooth.
Okay, let me tell you real quick before I make this video. And
Bring it.
why? Okay, so here's the thing. I agree. Maybe 60% of people use Bluetooth nowadays. All right, but not all of those 60%
70%.
of people.
I was playing.
All right, let's go 70%.
I'm trolling.
Okay, but not of those 70%, not all of them have AirPod level quality. A lot of people shoot for the cheaper Bluetooth headsets on Amazon, etc., just because they want something decent to listen to music on. A lot of times those cheaper headphones have horrible microphones. So for me personally, I don't have a super expensive pair of Bluetooth headphones. I mean, I have, studio headphones, but like pods, you know what I'm saying?
Good point.
So for me, like when I need to make a conference call or important call, I still use these because all I gotta do is plug them in quickly. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, wait, hold up. When you buy a phone, it comes with headphones that work with the USB-C.
just
So
ready to say that.
you got your headphones and your microphone right there in the box. Like,
Listen. You
got your wires.
For that
Look.
Okay, here's the thing. The Galaxy, since we on this tangent,
Let's
the
go.
Galaxy S10 is literally the same thickness as the Note 10. Guess what it has? A freaking headphone jack. So there's
I'm-
absolutely no. You're gonna let me finish. There's absolutely so I try to play devil's advocate, right? I try to think maybe they removed it to save space. Maybe they removed it because they wanted to add more memory. Maybe they removed it because they wanted to add a bigger battery. That is not the case because they literally did none of that. All they did was, for the sake of removing it to piss everybody off, was remove it. Nothing was
Right.
added.
Well, they had to do it eventually.
No, they
Here's the-
didn't.
exactly.
There's
Here's
so
the thing,
many
Terry. Here's the
Samsung
thing, Terry.
loyalists. No,
Here's the
there's
thing,
so many
Terry.
people that still want headphone jack.
Here's the thing, Terry. Like, you got to look at the evolution of
Life.
technology.
Life.
You got to look at it, man. Like, eventually, you're not going to. We ain't still listening to CDs no more.
Player.
Eventually,
But
things have gotten completely digital.
No, but
so
the thing,
you gotta
I
change,
understand. But
no,
no.
change
Let me,
with time.
okay, here's my rebuttal to that, right? We went from VHS to CD because the quality was superior. We went from CD to DVD because the quality was
No,
superior.
it's,
No, it's not.
well,
Vinyl is actually
capacity,
more.
the
well,
capacity.
Vinyl
in
is actually
audio,
has a
yeah,
better
in audio
sound
is backwards.
than-
Yeah, that's
than-
better. Yeah.
Okay, from a capacity standpoint and a mass production standpoint, a
better
CD
than
was
that.
better than the VA. A CD was better
Yeah.
than any type of cassette. Okay,
For sure.
Now the next logical leap was CD to DVD because of the capacity and the increased resolution, or the increased whether you want to call it video or audio. The next logical evolution was to DVD. I mean Blu-ray, right, from DVD. So you went from cassette to CD, and I'm kind of jumping parallels here, but you get what I'm trying to say. So the point I'm trying to make is, when we went from you're typically removing something because the next step is better. In the sense of Bluetooth audio is not better
No,
than
it's
the
not.
wired headphones.
No, it's not.
So you're removing it just for the sake to say that we're keeping up with the Joneses, when
No,
in
it's
effect,
convenience.
the
It's
headphone jack,
convenient.
but it still has utility. The headphone jack is one of those things that you keep it on there because it still has utility, even in the
What?
world of
For
YouTube.
what though? What is the
Eventually,
utility?
it's gonna phase
What
out.
you-
What
when
do
is
you
it-
need it
I don't-
for? You don't need
What
it
do
to
you-
connect to your stereo. Unless if you have to do aux, you got a dongle. But like all audio in cars, you can do Bluetooth audio. You got Bluetooth headphones, so there is no utility technically, like, except for like it's all answered in the wireless world. Quality, no, but convenience, yes.
No.
All right, look at it
I don't
like
agree.
this. Look
I
at it
don't
like this. When
Have you ever
television
owned
went from-
AirPods, Terry? Have you owned AirPods yet?
I have freaking headphones that do the same thing. You take them out, they automatically connect. You put them back in there, they
No,
automatically
but have you owned AirPods?
Have you owned AirPods? There's
I
a
don't
big
want them.
difference, bro.
There isn't.
Yes,
No,
there is.
there really is. Like, and
I mean, you
are
gotta
an
have
Apple guy.
you gotta have
No,
an iPhone though. He don't have an iPhone no more, so. But
Yeah, it makes a difference, especially when you got an iPhone, a Mac, all of that, bro.
I
being
get
able to
that,
swap
but
between
not
all of those.
everybody, but not everybody has those.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
No.
You're right. But
Think-
other
think of-
Bluetooth headphones work with everything too. Like, I don't use AirPods for all the time. Like, I connect to my MacBook Air with a pair of Sony Bluetooth headphones or whatever. And but there is a convenience. Like, no cable is convenient.
I'm not arguing with that. I'm
Matt
not
said
arguing
Terry
with
sound
that. I
like me
just don't
explaining
think.
why Adobe Premiere is best for him.
Shut up. Shut up, Matthew. I just
And
don't-
Devin
think-
still
I think
ain't
you
switched
can
with his. Devin still
Nah,
over there on
Devin is.
Adobe, dying on the blue screen, player.
No, I'm gonna put it like this, Terry, man. Like, you gotta look at it like from television, right? Television, there was that period where it went from analog to now everything it has to be in a certain quality in order for. There was that switch.
But
where
that's because there was an increase in quality.
Hey,
Right.
RS
So you
Supreme.
gotta look
Hey, RS Supreme. This ain't no shot, but man, they've been sending out updates saying they fixed them things back to back, player. I ain't gonna say that. Hey, but man, look.
I gave up on them.
I think version 2 hopefully will have a better swing at it. But yeah, them updates, nah, player.
but like, you gotta look at it like this, Terry, man. Eventually, it's gonna go away. You got our cars now. man.
LeBaron
Cars
said
is-
they only removed it to capitalize on profits, but how so? How so, LeBaron? Expand on
Because they
that.
wanted people to buy them
Yeah,
crap.
I don't know if they capitalize on profits on that. Just because I know the cost of that can't be that much to add that in there.
But I was gonna say, like, the top headphones, as far as wireless, are like, people talk about them Sonys, them Boses, and like, they're not talking about Buds. Buds aren't in the creme de la creme of Bluetooth wireless, audio wear, but they're just the most convenient, easiest, and smallest to carry. But when you're talking about the top of the top, man, I see people walking around legit with those Sony joints on, like just walking up the street. I'm like, whoa, like that's wild.
But the thing about it is, it has everything to do about the company in itself. So, all right, Terry, let's say you own Samsung. Terry is the owner of Samsung, right? And you just came out last year with some Galaxy Buds. You just came out with some Galaxy Buds. Why would you keep the headphone jack and not force people to buy and increase your sales on that product, on a new creative product that you just came out with? That you've seen fine. Is a proven model with Apple. Apple has the #1 seller.
From a consumer standpoint, I get that part. From a business standpoint, obviously I want to force them to spend money on something else I'm offering. That makes perfect sense. However, there is still a utility for a headphone jack.
What is the utility? Please give me the utility.
I can even see getting rid of like the infrared blaster, because it's a commodity. Not everybody uses it. A very small
You keep saying it's a utility. Name that utility.
Every day I carry my Bluetooth headphones, and I also carry a pair of wired headphones, because the reality is Bluetooth headphones sometimes fail. Sometimes you have connection issues. Sometimes the microphone.
Here's the reality. He hasn't had a good pair of Bluetooth headphones. You got to get a good pair. Once Terry gets a good pair, he will be fine.
Every person walking around does not own a
That's a fact. That's a fact. I agree with you.
So you effectively cancel out people who don't have a decent pair of headphones, and then they get penalized.
Well, let's be realistic.
I can't say this though.
Let's be realistic.
Also the same people. These are also the same
that have older phones.
That has $400,000, $500,000 phones. But you mean to tell me they can spend $1,000 on a phone, but they can't spend? You know what I mean? Like, there's also.
If they live in realistic, they got an older phone with a headphone jack. If they live in realistic, now if you chasing the new and you can't get the other things to serve the convenience, that's a whole nother subject. Yeah. And one of these days on the stream, we're gonna have to start talking about financials, and especially in like our community and stuff, because I think it's a good topic. And we all battle it, and I think that would be something definitely to talk about for sure.
Jones says she doesn't understand what the problem is, because you can use a dongle. You really take us back to the issue. Okay.
No, and she had another point. Wait. Watch what she put. Your phone plays compressed MP3s only. So on a phone, Bluetooth sounds fine, which is 100% fact.
Very
you
true.
Over here trying to plug in. Wait. Oh, she just dropped the bar. We trying to get wired sound with MP3s. Get out of here. If you don't got waves, if you're not loading up them big old wave files, you ain't getting the audio quality with that cable player. Oh, that was a good point, John. Wait till my next video. Ooh.
Y'all now are so pro dongle and Bluetooth. Why do y'all hate y'all MacBooks so much?
I don't hate it. First of all, MacBooks have.
You hate your MacBook because you have to use dongles.
No. First of all, no. The SD card slot is my only issue. SD card slot is my main issue with MacBook Pros. I can get around that.
Why did they take it out?
Because for the same reason they took away the headphone jack, man. Apple, they gonna do.
Samsung took away the headphone jacks for no stupid reason.
No, it's profit. I guarantee you that there's some company that Apple has partnered with that we don't know about, that they've making money and has some type of side deal with selling dongles. It's a business model, dude, and I guarantee you, they're getting some type of technology out of somebody.
Supreme,
I understand the premise. I definitely understand the premise.
I don't see it that way though. And only in the case of Apple. Only in the case of Apple, but everywhere else, there's so many different Bluetooth headphones to choose from. I doubt that all these companies take away headphone jacks thinks people are gonna buy their product. They may in their mind think that, but man, come on now, come on.
I can't say that MacBooks are overrated with iPad Pros on deck. Like, I get where you're coming from with it, but there's still some things that you still need a MacBook
I still need a real
over an iPad Pro.
Even
but
with
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I agree with you from the fact of iPad Pro. The iPad has came up a long way. Like they've made some dope improvements to it.
And
But I
even though
still
you
think there's
can't
some things
use
that
it,
you still need.
yeah, even though you can use it, especially with iOS 13,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
a like
Hey.
a mobile media solution, like for me, it's still not a solution for actual
Hey,
Mac.
Iconic. The only reason the dongle is the #1 selling adapter is because the people who won't get rid of their wires keep having to deal with wires breaking. Because they first of all, just go wireless. You don't even have to deal with that. Like all these people who be bending their adapters and then losing their audio sound because you hanging on to an old technology that's not convenient when you're
now it's
mobile.
old technology.
When you're mobile,
And you're not.
it
It's
ain't.
old technology, Terry.
When you're mobile,
But y'all both
wires
using
don't make
headphones
sense.
right now.
You said what?
But I'm stationary though. We saying mobile. When you're out and about and mobile.
I'm
I
talking
am
about
not
mobile.
using
I'm
wires,
strictly
bro.
talking mobile. Like I'm talking about when I'm out and about. I don't need no extra cables, no extra nothing.
Yep.
You're trying to minimize your carry. That's why I like wireless headphones. I was against it for a long time because of sound quality, but reality, like Jones say, like we listen to MP3s, we listening to the most compressed audio. There is no sound quality to be captured there, really. Like I mean, I don't know, man.
Yo, LB just made a good point. He said something. He said, "If Samsung saved $1 per phone by
Yeah.
removing
They
the
made
headphones,
yeah, that's
and
money.
they said
Fact.
10 million units. That's $10 million. But if they sell 20 million buds, that's a 70% profit.
With the
In
70%,
theory,
yeah.
in theory,
Great
that sounds great, but nobody wants to buy Samsung buds. Let's just be honest.
Rozilla, I do
Yeah.
want an iPad Pro, but I'm gonna wait, player. I'm tempted, but I gotta get a laptop first.
I still need the iPad to still have. It's gotta be full Mac OS for me. Like it still kind of has that iOS vibe to it.
I need
with
Final Cut
iPad
Pro.
OS.
Yeah.
I gotta have full-fledged running applications on it before I drop that bread for it. That's just me. It's gotta make sense on that.
That's what
end.
I agree with you, John. They may need that space with the headphone jack. Who knows? They may not. We don't know unless we open it up and investigate. I ain't that deep.
The only plausible thing from like an R&D standpoint that I can think of is maybe they need it structurally to have that space available for the edge-to-edge screen. That's the only thing I can think of. Aside from that, it makes no sense. But I'm over it. Whatever. I just wish I still like one thing I loved about Samsung, I continually praised them for, was not removing things that people want. Not removing the SD card because we want it still.
Okay, now
Not
you just like
removing
those
the-
people.
because we
You
want it.
get look. You start off on YouTube a certain way, then you try to evolve and grow, and they're like, "We want the old Kanye. We want the old Kanye." That's what y'all talking about with Samsung. We want the old Samsung. Man,
They
let
go
Samsung
listen
grow and be
They
great.
go listen to my old albums.
Let Samsung exactly. Go get the old. Go get your. You can go buy an S8 or whatever. Like let Samsung be great. Let them go compete with Apple
I'm
and.
cool with the headphone jack being gone, but to say it was for the advancement of technology is horse crap. They did it for the money. I can 100% agree. However, from a consumer
I
standpoint,
definitely no doubt.
I
that.
feel ripped.
Wait, okay,
Oh, I
these
agree
are
with you on that.
companies. Wait, first of all, why do you get in business? If it ain't to make a profit, get out of business, player. And I'm not
Right.
saying that for the non-for-profits. If you got non-for-profit, hey, respect, you doing that. But if you are a company and you're a business, your year over year is to gain profits, and that's just how the model worked for capitalism and the world that we in. So you like people, if you got stock in any of these companies and they start dipping, you mad. That's what these people got on their shoulders. They have to make money. Now, granted, I hope they do it in an ethical way, but I mean, it's business. It's business at the end of the day. So
What happened to the niche conversation?
I don't know who wanted that.
You know
Who
what
said
happened?
that?
Jeff,
Take for your
Devin.
knee. No, I ain't happen. Terry, he's happen talking
Who wrote
about,
that?
Removing. Hold on. Can you read my last comment question? Hold on. What he say?
What about
What about content creators whose primary recording device for video audio is their phone? No
Yeah.
jack, screwed audio.
No, that's well, okay. Rogue
You
did
you're
create
looking at an
something.
extremely small piece of overall. You know that.
Nah, he right.
Very
Nah,
small
he right,
sample
though.
size out of everybody. Everybody
No.
that's using it, only a very small percentage of people are doing that.
What using their
As-
phone?
Using their phone as a primary media device for YouTube.
I'm not. Look, let me just say
Nah,
this.
that's
No,
probably
I
a
ain't
lot.
gonna lie. A lot of people
I'm not
use their
saying that
phone.
there's not none out there.
And my number one gripe with people who use their phone is their audio. I've been watching, like I said, I've been on this rabbit hole, and I see a lot of people use their phone, but the audio is lacking. And he's right; they do need something Rode made something so you can use it with iPhone for the Lightning port. I hope that they create something for the USB-C adapter. I don't know if they have it out yet or now. But you can also record your audio externally. Like, you know, at the end of the day, if you want good audio, you do whatever you got. I mean, it's not.
I mean, the real.
Okay, how many people who create with smartphones are like? I think Samsung. You gotta look at the consumer base. It's not just creators who create. You have a good point, Iconic, but they're serving the whole, you know, the whole hemisphere of consumer base. So you gotta look at the mass consumer. It's not creators who need a headphone jack to get audios, unfortunately.
Yeah, and John, we're not debating that. Like we all know, obviously, a phone, unless you have like a LG, when they actually have DAC audio processors in them, which even those aren't good as an actual DAC, but they're closer. Like, we know that audio out of a cell phone is crap. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all need to walk around with y'all turntables.
With the CJ got the boombox on his shoulder.
If you're serious about audio on your cell phone, like the best phone for you to get would be an LG, like the V series, because those come with quad DACs in it. Man, the iPhone don't have nothing on the LG with a quad DAC in it.
Really, I've never heard of LG, but I know for a fact, man, the iPhone I think has pretty good audio come out of it. That I've tested, but you know.
So our Supreme just said all you have to do is look at the video of the Note 10 being taken apart. There isn't space left over. Okay, that's what I would like to see. So if they did it as a compromise, and I just said that like 3 minutes ago, if it was for some type of compromise, like structurally or a bigger battery or something, okay, then I can see, all right, we need to eliminate what we don't need and that we can do without. But if it was just to remove it for the sake of making more money on the business side, or just to keep up with the Joneses because Apple's doing it, then I'm pissed about it.
Hey,
I'm gonna be honest, that's the only honestly, I think that's why they did it. To me, I think that's why they did it. It just it makes sense. If I see a company's winning, if I see a company that's winning based off of that, I gotta make that change to compete.
Hold on, LeBaron said he not mad at the headphone jack, but what else did they bring to the table this year? Also, they marketed this to social media creators. Okay, now let's put it this way. What did they bring? They did bring the screen change on the Note 10. Yes, they're gonna market the Note to social media creators because the Note is for tech enthusiasts. It's not like it's for it's not the average person that goes out and get notes. So obviously they're gonna push it to social media creators because we the ones. Look, right now we over here talking about it. We're a bunch of tech nerds talking about the Note. No one else cares. No one else who has phones, regular phones, they don't care about the Note or care to know that much about it or use it and so forth. So, but I mean, I'm satisfied with what they did to a degree, and the fact that they kept the price a little bit without going up and up crazy. Like, I'm satisfied in that sense. Now, watch when I don't know what iPhone, watch when Apple drop and we see what they price look like with the Pro name and all that stuff. We're going to see toe for toe. Cell phones are kind of stagnant right now, man, as far as upgrades. Like, what more do y'all want, man? Like, I don't
honestly,
get it.
I'm actually, and I guess this is kind of going back to the niche thing, because I actually have to wrap this up because I got to get my kids to bed. But I'm actually kind of bored with cell phones right now. Like, the Note was dope, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't, and I'm about to probably film a video after I get my kids to bed about this. Like, even though I think the Note was dope, it's not really that much of an advancement over the S10. Sure, it's got some cool like little features and stuff like that, but generation over generation, the technology is so good these days. Like, the devices aren't getting that much better, which is why like, I've always had a passion for like cameras and stuff like that, just because there's so much more substance there. And I just feel like
that area is getting kind of to the point too. Boom. Like but I'm talking about technology as a whole. Like,
yeah, you're right.
I just wonder, like, people, like, especially the technology snob, you know what I'm saying, the tech people, which is us. Like, what more do we, like, why are we so, like, why is it that there's a necessity for everything to just be, like, we always got to get the mic dropped on everything.
The problem is we are missing the point when it comes to what these companies is trying to do. Like, if we really look at it from a bird's eye view, they're not selling to
They're not selling to us.
They're selling to the creators. Like they're selling to the
so?
Instagram models, they selling to the Instagram influencers, they selling to the Twitter influencers, the YouTubers. That's who these devices are for. But I think we as creators, we get caught up into, oh man, they didn't put this in there, they didn't put that in there. But what it really is they put in a better camera that can do, you know, the live focus, whatever. That stuff is great for creators who are posting on their social medias and all those different things like that. They can get those shots without having to carry around a mirrorless or a DSLR camera. So that's why if you looked at, like when we was at the presentation, like the whole thing started off as a market push to creators. And I think
the Note is geared towards creators. The regular Galaxy line is definitely, but that goes back to my point. If creators need access to all the tools, like why we're, never mind. I'll shut up.
Go into it.
No.
Go into it.
Like okay, so so it's being marketed as a creator device. And certain compromises I don't think should have been made if this is marketed towards creators. For example, on the base note, the removal
of
a
headphone jack.
No.
Creators don't need a headphone jack.
Right.
Yeah, most creators are like, if you're a creator, you're up with the times. You likely have Bluetooth. I get that part, but like things like removal of the SD solution. I mean, the SD card. If I'm a creator, that is key. Like I can't.
They didn't remove it though.
On the base when they did.
Okay, let's be real. The Note Plus is the real Note. The base one, the base one is the consumer Note. They tried to, I guess, reach for the consumer with the base Note, but we all know.
Don't market it as creators.
Well,
don't market it as the phone for creators.
I think the Note Plus was for creators. Yeah.
No, they marketed the Note as the phone for creators. It would be different if they marketed the Note for the average person and the Note Plus, this is our boy for creators. That's not how it was being marketed. At the beginning of the presentation, they said the Note is for creators.
I've been wanting Apple to get on the S Pen type game for a while, but I don't like the idea that they're not putting the S or Apple Pencil or whatever inside of the phone. Like I haven't seen the case that holds the Apple Pencil, but I would personally like being able to do this makes more sense to me than having a case where my stylus is outside. Like putting it in, convenience. So I don't know.
I can't get with the cloud storage stuff, man. I get it's where technology is going, but
I don't roll with that either.
Yeah, I don't want to pay somebody for storage that I can literally go to the store and buy my own storage right there.
Absolutely.
I have a secure, localized copy right in my possession.
Yep.
I'm not with cloud storage. I don't care if the entire world goes cloud storage. I'm not doing it as a primary source of backup. I don't even trust these companies. I'm already not comfortable with giving all these companies the amount of information that we give them. I know
too late,
it's too late. It's too late because we've considered and did all of this stuff.
Yeah.
But we got fingerprints registered. We got social security numbers on our phones. I don't even like that these companies have that much information.
You know, I got a question. Like people talking about Apple Pencil support on the iPhone. What is iPhone gonna offer unless they got some new software? Like the S Pen has function. I don't see where the Apple Pencil gonna have function on iOS unless they integrated it. Until then,
I wouldn't use it.
Like until then, if there's no integration, if they not like straight up jocking like some of the S Pen features, what's the point?
I think Apple's first thing they gotta do with they gotta deal with first is the battery. iPhone battery, man, is trash. Like, CJ's been trying to sell me on that battery case for the longest, man.
This is the
stock battery. We're gonna go stock battery. Stock battery and the iPhone is trash. The boy C Kid said it. It's trash. Like, but here's the thing.
This will change your life.
I shouldn't have to change your life.
Nah, that's a fact.
I shouldn't have to fight it. Like, all right, I'm gonna put it for example. Like my Note 10, the Note 10 Plus I got right now. That bad boy is easily lasting me all day. Granted, I got the bigger battery and all of that in it, but it is lasting me all day. The other thing is, I copped the Galaxy Watch. By the way, I'm loving it.
That's unfair. Hey, the Galaxy Watch kicks. Hey, the Galaxy Watch can last a week if you. It's the crazy.
Bro,
like,
who you telling?
Depending on how you use it.
But why can't my Apple Watch last me?
That's my biggest gripe with the Apple Watch because
it lasts me like couple hours and I'm recharging.
Bruh, that's my biggest gripe with the Apple Watch. I've said this over and over. I don't understand why Apple won't put a bigger battery inside of the Apple Watch. And maybe they gotta increase the size. Like I don't know, man. I don't understand. Man, the Galaxy Watch, hands down, battery-wise, blows the Apple Watch out the water.
Because my thing is this, like let's say for the new iPhone, let's say they do go this whole integration with the Apple Pencil with it, or a smaller form factor of the Apple Pencil. We all know that with the Note 10 or any Note model, the S Pen is charged via the phone. So if the battery power in the iPhone is already trash, and now I got an Apple Pencil that is also sucking more juice out of that phone, and if you don't fix the battery issue, now we got now we got the same issue on our hand, but even worse.
Hey,
But
Viper.
again, I get it from a business perspective. They want you to buy these cases that are $180. Now,
Hey, Viper, you still got yours.
Do
Do Viper even still got an iPhone? I ain't say, man, Viper, hey, Viper player. You been mad Android lately.
Team Apple here.
Yo, Viper, do you still have an iPhone? Can someone get a post check on the team, on the captain of the team, Apple?
No, but yeah, Apple definitely got to fix that first. Before I even upgrade, they got to fix that battery.
Let me tell you
Otherwise,
something.
it ain't worth it.
I just got the notification that Creator Cafe is live now. That was
Hey, that's YouTube for you, player.
Siri screen was froze.
right. No, I had to get the kids some popsicles. So what I did before we go ahead and turn this last corner, what I did is I threatened them. I said either y'all shut up while I'm on my live stream, or you don't get popsicles. And that to them is like a death threat. So I didn't have no issues whatsoever. So I had to go give them their popsicles.
He always got an iPhone on.
Yeah, I know.
I see you, Mike.
But we totally got off of I think we are offline.
No, we're still online.
Oh, well then maybe that's just my phone. But we totally got away from talking about niche.
LeBaron, hey LeBaron, man, hey LeBaron, why you cussing, man? Come on, man. You know.
Still got that garbage.
Hey, man, hey, look at player. You know, I think it's best to just have both. Because you know that garbage is in the pocket of your favorite creator, and some of these other CEOs and man, hey, look, player.
Yeah, the reality is the iPhone is the better communication device. So when it comes to like actually
What happened?
phone calls and messages and stuff like that, the Apple is the clear winner. Which is a reason why, and I hate to say this, but sometimes you go to these other events where it might be other cell phone manufacturers there, and you know what they got tucked in the other pocket? They got an iPhone, because it's the staple of business communication. Now, from a creativity standpoint, nothing beats an Android. From an entertainment standpoint, nothing beats an Android.
That's a tough statement.
Well, Android just gotta get like this. Once everything in Android is locked together, which I don't think it ever can be.
It's too much fragmentation.
Yeah, that's
All
his
over
biggest
the place.
problem. Like even the simple fact that you can't send high resolution photos, like that's like the simplest thing. Like you giving me the best pound for pound cameras on these Android devices and stuff, and I can't even like share them.
Just
like-
give me AirDrop, man.
This is social media age. They have to fix that. Android has to come up with a solution. Until then, they're gonna always lose to a lot of people who hold that high on their priority list. Like, man, how can you
Devin,
not?
You are not correct, sir. You try to disagree with me saying that an iPhone is the superior multimedia device. You gotta be kidding me.
So what puts Android over
Where's
the
what?
iPhone?
I mean, the
Man,
screen,
other than
the screen
other
on
than
this, the screen
Yeah,
on
the
this
screen-
is
oh, the
definitely
screen is
way
legit.
better.
Yeah, the screen is legit, but
Multitasking, being able to do more than one thing at a time, such as maybe texting and open up YouTube and then watching the YouTube video. You can minimize the YouTube video, resume your text messages while you have the multitasking ability, being able to email songs and download directly to your device and have
Do
a
that on
proper
iPhone.
storage file. Yeah, if you root it.
No, you don't have to root it.
You do.
You
gotta
got
jailbreak
folders, bro.
Bro, no, you
better
don't.
tell them. You better let them
There
know.
is no proper file system solution on iOS.
Hey man, let me show you this thing we got right here.
You can't show me nothing I don't.
Nah,
I don't
that
already-
file system
It's
on
called files, bro.
Okay, nah, player, nah.
No.
Hey, look.
Hey,
Hey,
man, hey, well-
that's a book that iPhones do need to take, because I'm tired, like when I got audio or music, like the fact that you gotta run it through iTunes is like, that's terrible.
Right.
That's
You
the
can't
worst.
save the rent.
You gotta run it through. What do you mean by running through iTunes?
Bro,
Like
you
I'm
can
saying,
knock
like
down-
if I like me, I get a lot of motivational clips. If I want to put them
Okay.
on my phone to listen, I gotta run it through iTunes in the playlist. Don't let you have on iCloud audio. It's the biggest. It's the biggest headache in the
So
world.
if you have,
man.
so if you talking about if you have a physical song that you got on your
Yes.
computer,
And I want to get
you
it to my
drag it-
phone.
right? You airdrop it to your phone, it goes right to the folders.
It
goes
doesn't
right to
go,
the files.
but it's not in your iTunes. You can't put it in your playlist. No, you
I
gotta
don't
run
even
it.
use iTunes on my phone. I don't use iTunes on my phone.
So wait, how are you
but it goes
playing?
like all my rap texts are right here in my files folder. Like right
so
here,
you,
I got every single
so
one.
you go into a folder to listen to your audio. How's it gonna play everything in sync? You know, you need a playlist.
Oh, you talking about like a playlist?
Yeah, you need like a
Okay,
sequence.
alright.
Like you know, I got like a bunch of
I hear
motivational
you.
like speeches. I need them to be in my playlist. Having to go through iTunes is the biggest pain in the butt.
I hear you. I hear you.
They do need to take a page out of Android for that one to be able to just airdrop it. I should be able to airdrop whatever song I want and have it fall into my iTunes.
I got you. I hear you.
Well, they're apparently
Hey,
working on some
LeBaron
type of
said, "Don't be
solution.
showing off no fake file system, Devin." Hey,
Right.
facts. So that is.
You come up here with that old.
Hey, baby steps.
Limited
man. Take it
access
easy.
files
Hey,
app.
Take it easy, guys. Nah, but I mean, if
Hey,
we gonna
this
be
is
honest, man.
no.
the
This is why you
overall-
gotta do this. Unfortunately, if you want all of the bells and
That's very
whistles,
true.
it
Gotta
takes
have
two.
both.
It's the biggest headache in the world, man. I just
Don't
wish.
get me wrong. I love my Note. I love the Note 10. I think the Note 10 Plus is a dope phone.
Do I need to mute Devin real quick before he gets to
I
no,
gotta
man, Go
mute.
ahead, go.
Hey,
Nah,
don't
I'm
get me
playing.
wrong. I think the Note 10
go
is
ahead,
a
go
dope
in there,
phone.
player.
The Note 10 is a dope phone, but if we go keep it honest on here, man, like I love my iPhone. I think is a dope phone. Like I can, like you said, just the multimedia portions of it. Like I can easily send video files, large video files through text message, photos through text message, and it don't look like garbage.
Yeah, nah, I get.
We just gonna keep it honest,
I
man,
just
like-
said that. Nah, that's a fact.
But I think screen wise, ain't nobody touching. I mean, I haven't seen the OnePlus 7. Everybody talks about OnePlus 7.
AirDrop is special. Crazy
But
Rizilla.
I mean, I haven't
100%.
seen that screen. I haven't seen 60 hertz. But a lot of people say, 60 hertz is dope. Me, I
Wait, LeBaron said he Android to the core. How you send pictures, player, and video? I need to know.
I ain't gonna say
player.
I'm Android.
Now, if you are sending Galaxy to Galaxy, it will send them uncompressed. But Galaxy to iPhone, and they do
Right.
need to fix that because they know the majority of people have iPhones. So it should be no reason why something can't be made to where you can't send a picture to somebody on an iPhone from a Galaxy without it looking like straight butt.
He sounded later as a false flag. Hey, LBZ, man, don't get me wrong, man. I still rock with Android, man. I have my Pixel around here somewhere, man. But don't get me wrong, I still rock with it. But I have to keep me an iPhone with me at all times. I just have to, man. Like,
Nah, that's a
there's
fact.
a lot of stuff on
Iconic.
here that I have to use it for. Like, number one, let's talk about Instagram. If you are posting a video or photo from up on Instagram, it looks better.
That's
posting
what
it
Google
from
Photos
your
is
iPhone.
for. Come on, player. Hey, come
No,
on,
it don't.
player.
Come
Player.
on now, Google Photos.
That's not LeBaron,
Come
player.
on,
If I got a personal text message with you, my G, and you gotta send me a picture of your shop or something, player, I need that direct, man. It ain't no Google Photos for that. But
All right,
hey,
we're gonna
Iconic,
put
you
it
right.
side by side.
Everybody carries an iPhone and a Android because I mean, come on. You know
There's
what I'm
certain
saying?
things that one is better than the other, for sure.
Yeah.
There's no perfect phone, period. But I will say, like, if you uploading stuff to your social media accounts, iPhone is the best way to do. It's the best
Bruh,
device in my
Fire
opinion.
Tech dead late, bruh. Man, hey, they just now liking it. Like, player, I had a story up and everything, going with the wind. Y'all.
Bro, but
Bruh.
That mug
so
only
you
up
telling
24
me
hours.
I post all of my pictures?
I know, and they just now liking the Twitter. Like, come on, man, y'all late to the party.
I
G.
post all of my pictures and videos to my Instagram from an Android phone. So you telling me my Instagram pictures be looking like crap?
No, hey, I don't
No.
even. That theory
It's no
don't
different.
apply to me because I do the same.
To me, if I'm posting from my store, if I'm posting on my, and I use IG stories a lot. When I post from my IG stories, I always get better quality with my iPhone than I do on Android. That's why at least with the Note, they had to include that integration from the Photos app straight from Instagram to keep that same quality because they knew that the quality coming from their phone wasn't the best.
It ain't. There is no Android iOS battle. Look, it's like this,
Oh, ain't no
man.
Android as well. I like
No,
them
I'm
both.
just saying there is no battle. Like, I mean, in the people head, there's a battle, but there ain't no battle, man. Like, it's just two. I don't know, man. It's like two separate uses. It's frustrating.
The truth is, there's really only a battle between other Android like manufacturer companies that sell those phones.
Hey, this
They're
is
really in
hey,
a battle with themselves.
hey.
'Cause iOS is in a own league of its own.
Viper, wow, he went on Twitter with the video to show us he got the iPhone.
What did he say?
Yo, Viper, you,
dare y'all.
little Viper right there going in. He like, yo, Viper like, y'all can't.
Viper, we got love for you.
I ain't gonna lie though, Viper, his praises lately have been towards Android devices, my G. I ain't seen no iPhone
Yeah,
love.
so fake so.
He said he waiting for that iPhone 11 to drop. I
He
know. I
said-
see you. He's trying to get that out, bro. I see you.
Nah, player. Hey, look, Android been the talk of the town, player.
Viper had to set the record straight. I see you, Viper.
I guess we'll talk about going back to niche on next episode because all y'all want to do
First
is
of all, if you want
Yo, I wanna
to, you
get
have
next
to
now.
niche. There is
You
no
have to
debate.
reach down. You have to.
Hey, if you want to grow, if you want to be free and do what you want to do what you want to do. But if you want favor for growth and you want your content to get served more strategically,
I noticed.
you have to niche.
I wanted to discuss it for our viewers, sir.
Oh yeah.
No, I know.
mean,
I'm saying this to the viewers. Okay, hold up. For next stream, how many of y'all in the chat need or want to talk about niche, or do y'all got it already? I need to know. Are y'all? How y'all weigh
How
in
y'all
on
feeling
niche?
about
Do y'all want a niche discussion, or are y'all already solved on that? I think Terry won it for himself because he's still trying to fight it.
No, I know. I already know. I know the real. The real is if you want to just do YouTube for entertainment and like self-enjoyment, then do that. But that's not gonna get you growth. If you want to grow, you have to niche down. That's the end of that. But whatever. So
To some degree, though, I don't know. Well, yeah.
no, if you want to like, obviously there's exceptions to every rule. There have been some people who do not have niche channels who just got in the right groove at the right time in the right place with the right people and blew up without a niche channel. But to the general YouTube creator population, if you want growth, you have to prioritize niche over, and I'm not saying creating content that you want to create, but you have to narrow down the type of content you create for algorithmic purposes. Whereas if you just want to create just to create because you like creating dope stuff and you don't care about growth, then yeah. I mean, that's essentially what
I honestly wish that's what it was like. I wish it was a platform where you could just create and grow regardless. But again, like it makes
There
sense to
was
have
a
to
platform for that. It's just things have changed. Like the implementation of algorithms and just this whole like power push to the viewer just to market and keep your attention. It's like that's what has changed everything. Monetization is behind attention. It's not behind content. So I mean, all these companies are out for they gotta monetize their platform. They gotta pay their overheads. They gotta do whatever they gotta do. So that's just what it comes down to, unfortunately. But I mean, like Terry says, there are those outliers and those unicorns out there, man. It is possible to do you. It's just hard for people to see you. But once they see you and they love you and share you, then hey, you win.
And I think it's also due to the sheer amount of people creating YouTube accounts to upload now. Like the algorithm has to do its job,
Yep.
figuring out what to serve and who to serve it to with thousands and thousands of videos being uploaded to YouTube daily. So I get it, but yeah, I mean if you want growth, you definitely have to prioritize niche. Now, I'm coming.
We got you, RP3. RP3.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got you.
We got you, RP3. Next, get down. Hello, StreamYard just started a live stream. If you guys are switching, you may want to check them out. Yeah, I know, man. Trust me, player.
We switching.
Yeah, we
I'm
switching.
well, I ain't gonna say that yet. You gotta test the waters over there. You gotta see what's up. It's some things I wish I could get a little bit more out of StreamYard, but I know it's just beta and it's a growing thing. But like, it's some things I love about OBS. Like even like all this stuff I got on the screen and the interaction is what I will miss. Also, I've invested into OBS, which is unfortunate. But as far as like trying to switch, if that would be unfortunate to switch. And, I don't know. We'll figure it out, LeBaron. I'm trying to see what they're working with. They need to get some OBS integration.
I want to go back to real quick before I know we kind of hopped off the cell phone subject, but our Supreme said, "Would
Yeah, I
everyone
know.
be happy no matter what phone they had?" Like,
No.
I mean, it depends. Like, if you're not like, so my wife she still has an iPhone 8. She's totally happy with the phone because it does the basic stuff she wants it to do. Not everybody's a tech snob.
Fact.
For people like us, where we crave newness and we crave the latest and greatest, I don't think we'll ever be happy. It could literally be the perfect phone, and we will find some way to pick it apart. Now, to be fair, I'm content with my S10. I don't feel like I mean, I want a Note 10. I thought Samsung was gonna hook me up with one. They didn't, so whatever. But I don't feel like it's enough.
Hey, he said he's talking about after texting issues was fixed. Now, hey, they can
Well,
fix.
he ain't say that.
Well, they can fix texting issues and kind of get an airdrop.
Yeah.
And,
So
They get airdrop. I'm 100%.
Well,
sold.
Samsung said they are working on it where you can exchange files wirelessly with other enabled devices. So I think that, I mean, it was towards the end of the presentation, so a lot of people might not have paid attention.
I just
but-
need that to be universal, man.
Yeah, AirDrop is clutch, man. I just
AirDrop
miss
should be
having
universal
AirDrop.
across whatever device you have. It should be universal.
But
Period.
Samsung is basically trying to copy Apple's entire ecosystem down to like if you
Why
paid
not?
attention to, yeah, why not? It works. I
Yeah.
mean, it's proven. But like even like notes copying from device to device and headphones syncing, like they're trying to literally copy Apple's ecosystem, which you can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think. Even
Hey, so
with those,
John-
we'll find something else to be bad about.
John
John
asked
asked
a
me a question that I do want to answer, and I'm gonna be 100% transparent. So, as far as Hustle to Create goes, in terms of growing, it started off really well, and then it got a little rough for me. But it's because I'm trying to figure out the content for that platform that works, and I'm trying to figure out where the niche. That channel is very complicated for me because I started it as an outlet for me, not so much as a channel for growth. And then I started experimenting some things. And then I had the other channel, which is for photography and like photo equipment. And that channel just showed me like when you have a focused niche, it's so much better because the numbers and just the growth on that channel in comparison to Hustle to Create was just so much greater. So like I'm at a crossroads right now, to be honest, Joan, as far as my Hustle to Create, just overall with everything that I'm doing. Like I don't know, that's kind of why I haven't been creating as much lately, and kind of why I reached a moment of like I need to like chill and just kind of think about some things, because I do need to make a shift. I don't know where I'm going and how I'm going to do it. Like me creating these extra channels helped me see more about the platform of YouTube, and more got me thinking more about my brand. So it's gonna be a tough decision on what I'm gonna do with that over there. They're doing the whole airdrop type deal. Yeah, they need to.
If
It is-
Samsung catches up, they'll have an ecosystem.
Ecamm is close to OBS. The perfect phone and modular, aka Project R. Blah blah.
I'm actually curious to see what I know. I mean, granted, I've never had a Huawei phone, but I am curious to see what their new operating system is going to be because I did see that they are creating their own, or that they have created their own. I'm curious to see what
Genosis
that's going to be
said
like.
Pixel messages app has RSA in North America now. Is iMessage a bragging right anymore?
What is RSA?
Yeah, main channel definitely growing crazy, Rod. That's a given, but I kind of figured that formula and niche out. But it's also like that's just a niche. It's becoming a niche channel, so I also need another outlet for me creatively.
Which shows that niche works.
Yeah, fact.
When you niche down, the algorithm it rewards you. Which is actually one of the things that I'm trying to do. I'm more so trying to niche with my actual
Crazy
type of
Rozella
content
said,
that
y'all
I
hitting
bring.
up Apple event. Hey man, trying to get into an
Hey.
Apple event player, that ain't as easy.
That's tough, bro.
Apple is very it's not that easy. Hey, I would gladly I can't talk tonight. I would gladly go to an Apple event though. But I don't want to leave Genosis thing, what he said about pixel messages. Now me, I'm one of the few who actually likes the quote unquote stock Android and everything when it comes to pixels. I like pixel devices. They still haven't hit full 100% to the standard that they should be in order to compete like neck and neck with iPhone and Samsung. But I got strong hopes for the future of pixel devices, and I want them to get there because I like the clean Android experience. That's just me personally. I'm one of the few people that do like what Pixels offer as far as a software experience goes.
I just want to see Google just really come with it with the Pixel 4. Like I think they will. It's actually one of the phone. I think it's one of the phones that I'm personally looking forward to this whole year. Like, granted, notes, like I'm excited for that. That's cool. iPhone, and I don't know. It's not really. I'm not too crazy hyped over the iPhone this year, but we'll see what they come out with. Because they could change my mind. But
are you getting
as far as
the
Pixel?
Are you?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm getting it. I'm definitely getting it. But I will say the phone that I'm looking forward to see what they do is the Pixel, mainly because I'm a big fan of software. Like I'm that type of guy. Like when it comes to phones, I don't really care necessarily. Like I love like how phones look. Like obviously I like this one as far as the color and design or whatever, but I want to know what can that phone do. And to me, Google is the king of software. Like that's where they reign supreme to me. And I'm just waiting for the day where they just come with it. And I think they really are the only company right now that can actually blow us out of the water to give us that wow factor again. Like, and I think that's why I think that's why they weren't, too crazy or hiding the fact of, yep, this is our phone. This is what it looks like when they came out with it and said, the designs and the renders, what y'all saw is true. I'm hoping that, what'd he say? Team Pixel. Is that your go-to? LeBaron said, "I think Google is going to drop the mic with the Pixel this year." I think so too, man. I think software-wise, I think they got something big up their sleeve, man. Which is why, like I said, I think they don't care about giving the design out. I think they're mainly focused on software.
Yeah, my bad. I had muted my mic. Yeah, y'all right. I didn't have no audio. Hey, but yeah, I was asking Brandon.
I'm looking
forward
to the
Brandon.
Pixel more than anything.
So
Than
look,
the
this
iPhone,
is the year.
more than Samsung. Like Pixel, I think they know that this is the year. Like this is the year we got to knock it out the park. And I'm really excited to see what they bring with the Pixel 4.
Hey, LeBaron, tell OnePlus to send me a smartphone. I would gladly give OnePlus a try. They want to send it to me.
Yeah, they didn't send me one, man.
Nah, I'm just saying.
I went to look at one in the store. I will say that 90 hertz display was freaking amazing.
Is it
Like-
game changing though?
Oh,
Like,
man,
is it some?
Hey man, Brandon.
Hold on.
I think Brandon knows something. I see you play. I know. I know it is.
Yeah.
Brandon knows something.
Brandon,
And
I see you out there.
it
I
should
see
be
you out
the
there
year
in
of
that
the
West
Pixel.
Coast.
I ain't mad though.
See,
Brandon
Devin,
saw something.
you can't appreciate 90 hertz on the screen
I see
versus
you,
60
Brandon.
hertz until you see one in person. Like It makes, honestly, when you hold a Galaxy S10 or Note 10 next to the OnePlus, it makes the Galaxy phone look archaic,
Uh-huh.
which is hard to fathom because we know how good the Samsung screens are, even though the OnePlus 7 screen is a Samsung screen. But imagine looking at a OnePlus and then looking at your phone, like all of a sudden my Galaxy Note 10 is an inferior device. That's how the
All
OnePlus
right.
screen makes it feel.
But is it one of those things where it's like for example, you go to Best Buy and you see a 4K screen next to another 4K screen? Like, is it one of those things where it's just like if you had it in your living room, had one of those TVs in your living room, you wouldn't be able to see like
No,
that the one next to it?
you would absolutely see it. Now,
Mm.
if I had one side by side, I would pick the OnePlus 7 screen every single time. But with that
But
being
is that
said, if you've never seen a OnePlus 7 Pro screen, then the Galaxy Note screen is still the best display you can get. And I'm not saying that it's not the best display out there, but
Right.
the refresh rate on the OnePlus 7 makes it look inferior side by side.
wow? Okay. But is there anything else? I guess because I know LeBaron said like software wise, he was like he thought it was legit. Um,
It looked like MIUI to me. That's exactly what it looked like.
mm,
I don't know, like if y'all was big into like the Windows Mobile hacking days and all that stuff. Um,
yeah,
Google knows me. Everybody know you, Brandon.
Well, I'm gonna say this though.
Uh-oh.
I am
Sit there,
excited.
watch closely.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the Pixel because if there's one Android phone I think can go at iPhone, it has to be
them.
the Pixel because
Yep.
Google is like the base Google software is the closest thing to an iOS experience when we're talking about Android, and I'm really hoping they bring it this year. I'm excited for the Pixel 4. And hey man, I hope they do it because that's the one company I hope gets everything together so that they can rival an iOS device.
I don't even think Google is like Samsung is not Google's like direct competitor. I think it's absolutely Apple because they're delivering that clean native experience versus Samsung and all the other manufacturers added crap to it. So I definitely think I'm excited to see what they bring to the table.
I'm just always shocked that Google just one day just like, you know what, we just going it's just funny to me how they're sharing what they've built to their quote unquote competitors. Like I just find that funny. Like in the world of competition, I find it funny that they share their technology with their own competitors. Like you don't see Apple like, all right, we're gonna give you this, we're gonna give you that, we're gonna give you that. Like they're not giving any company any access to the operating system, the iOS. So I don't know. I just have this weird feeling that one day Google just gonna pull the plug and gonna be like, nah, we good. Like y'all gotta figure out y'all own software. And y'all can no longer
But that's
be under
money
the
though.
Android
That's
Yeah.
straight in paper.
And they not giving away the sauce. Like they not giving away the absolute sauce. They giving away like
They giving away 90%, bro.
but it's still some things like everybody know damn near what's in the F-22, but it's a very small portion of stuff that you don't know and you can never find out that sets that plane apart. The damn Google, the Pixel stuff for Google is the same way. They give away a lot of it.
But could you, as a business, could you run your business off of the whim of someone else's software? Like, as far as like, I guess as far as like your whole well-being is based on somebody else's, like, not saying like, granted, like we on YouTube right now, like us getting the message out is based on what Google is doing right now. But I mean, as far as being a quote unquote phone manufacturer, it would be hard for me to put all eggs into this basket saying that I don't have a backup plan just in case Google just decides to say, we're going to pull the plug on letting everybody just use this. And now we've killed the competition.
Now you right, Iconic. Google focus on what matters to the masses, which is camera. But the only thing is
camera
the
matters more
masses,
than everything.
the masses just need to know that Google got that fire camera. Cause man, I ain't gonna lie, that Pixel, that camera, man, that algorithm. I don't know what kind of secret sauce they putting in that joint, but man, they got it.
But we also gotta break it up too. Like I said, I love the Pixel camera. It's definitely a beast. Like a lot of photos we took in New York was on that Pixel.
Plaid.
But
to the masses ain't shooting videos from their Pixels.
That's what I'm saying. Like we also got to talk about when we say it's the best camera. Like it's the best camera. That's why I always say it's the best camera for photo.
And they not
video on it is still video on it still needs work.
Well, video is where iPhone is pretty
Supreme.
the superior one.
Up to this point, but here's the thing: Google figured out how to make the best portrait iteration with one freaking lens.
That's a fact.
So don't sleep and think that they not doing the same thing for video.
That's a fact.
Bro,
I guarantee you, this Pixel 4 is gonna knock the video. I'm putting it out there. Terry Warfield is putting it out there. Team Pixel, baby. But this ain't sponsored by Google, but I'm putting it out there. The Pixel 4 is gonna wipe the floor in the photography department and the video department with iPhone and Samsung.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now,
Samsung lover, y'all.
I'm gonna tell you now. I hope they do because I'm gonna be honest. The Pixel 3a still crushes phones. They put a 2022, a 2021, or a 2020 quality camera, into a phone that was created what last year? Like that camera still is beating phones that are being created this year.
Do you think the Pixel outshines the Note 10? From a photography standpoint,
from a photos standpoint,
it still has the edge.
Yes,
now, from a video standpoint, no. The current generation Pixels suck when it comes to video. However, the Pixel 4 is going to change that. You mark my words. But from a photography standpoint, the Pixel absolutely still holds the edge.
Brandon said, I'm just going to bet that in 5 years, Pixel will replace Samsung's place.
Ooh, that's tough, Brandon.
Yeesh. Okay.
That's tough.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Hey,
I would like to see it.
I love the competition. I put it that way because now at least we'll see what type of the power that Google can bring. Which we all know they got that sauce sitting back in the back somewhere, and I have a feeling that the Pixel 4 is gonna be that phone we're gonna begin to see it.
Yeah, Genosis, you're right. The Note 10 Plus has a nice dynamic range in color science. I shot a whole video raw. Yeah, but I shot that video raw and it was pretty decent. It wasn't that bad. Like I edited it and chopped it up and threw it up. It wasn't, it wasn't that bad. I'm just gonna.
I really think Samsung is missing an opportunity, and I'm gonna be honest. Samsung could absolutely knock it out the park when it comes to photos. But the issue with Samsung is they keep putting the same freaking sensors year over year into every new phone. The sensors in the Note 10 are the same ones that they were putting in the Galaxy S9 and the Galaxy S10. They need to get rid of that camera system. Even though the Note 10 is better than the S10, I will say that the post-processing is better. I think they need to snatch a page out of Pixel's book or Google's book, reverse engineer the damn software, and put it on the Galaxies.
So what do y'all think about, with that regard, what do y'all think about if these companies just decided to stop putting out phones every year? What if they just took a year off and started releasing phones every other year?
They won't.
I think it would be, number one, I think it would add to the anticipation. I think it would allow for technology to it would allow for them to put more in. Yeah, it would allow for it to progress and allow for them to be able to put more into these devices versus just coming out with them. And I honestly believe it would increase their sales because people will be more susceptible of buying it because they're like, all right, well, I'm going to buy it this year because I know at least my phone is going to be worth something a year from now or 2 years from now.
Man, let me tell y'all how cryptic Brandon's messages are right now. I don't know if y'all are, but his messages are so cryptic right now. It don't make no sense. Brandon definitely knows what's going on. He want to say it, but he can't say it but you can definitely see it.
Hey, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. Bro been putting on for the Pixel for a minute. I am not mad, bro. I already know.
Brandon, I just want to
hyped
say
for
you
that
a
phone.
personal shout out, man. Brandon has single-handedly figured the algorithm out, dude. Brandon crushes the algorithm every single video he drops.
Yeah.
Every single video Brandon drops. It's the same format. You know what to expect from it. It's quality, it's entertaining every single video. Bro knows exactly what he is doing.
Yeah, big respect.
But yeah, so let's go ahead, man. I mean, I know we got kind of digressed on technology, which can always happen.
Yeah, player, we 2 hours in, player.
Yeah, we didn't ran way over what we normally cut it off like right at an hour. But if anybody want to talk about anything creative for next week, whether it's your challenges being a creator, if you're just getting started, maybe you're going through some stuff that maybe we can as a team help you out with, or maybe just want to discuss, drop the questions there. We always try to start off.
What is autocorrect? What's she talking about? Autocorrect.
Oh, what happened?
No, she's talking about for next week.
Autocorrect.
You want to talk about autocorrect for next week?
What do you, Joan? Expand on that. What you mean by that?
Oh, I guess she was saying somebody
just
okay. Yeah.
Oh, I think she's talking about when Brandon put the question mark over the apostrophe. I mean, over
okay.
Exclamation point.
Yeah, same thing, LeBaron. I gotta get ready for tomorrow. But yeah, so we always like to start off going into the next week with at least a few questions. So if y'all got questions, any topics y'all want to discuss from a creative perspective, remember this show is strictly for creators, even though we got, sidetracked today because of Devin, and Devin went about technology.
Hey, Bluetooth.
Yeah, if
Bluetooth
y'all got
over everything.
Hey, technology is a part of the creative process. Yeah.
It is. It definitely is. It definitely is part of the creative process. And I think we're gonna start sooner or later, like throwing some gear talks into this. Maybe like every week or every other week. We still kind of working out the details of that, of what gear we're using to kind of do our creative business and all that stuff. But yeah, drop questions, man. So we had topics to talk about for next week. Drop the donation link if anybody want to, donate anything, whether it's $1, whether it's $1 million, or just your time. We definitely appreciate it. It all goes back into the channel. We're trying to, turn this channel into something big. So that's all I got. I'm gonna shut up and kind of pass the baton.
Yeah, hey, let us know if y'all got any questions out there right now. Just go ahead and drop them in there. So Icon in My says, my question is, what approach do you take when creating your thumbnail?
That's a good one.
That's a very good question.
I hate thumbnails.
Brandon is like the thumbnail master. Him and Roberto Blake's thumbnails are ridiculous. So maybe we can see if we can maybe we'll see if we can maybe get Brandon in here to talk with us about that, because him and Roberto are thumbnail savages. But I definitely think that's a
very good question.
Very good question.
Because thumbnails are very important to the success of your videos.
Yeah, Brandon, I'll hit you up after this. Maybe we could try to arrange it. But yeah, we'll put that one down. Were there any other questions in here?
Up any other questions y'all have? Yeah, just people those thumbs are crazy.
Oh,
yeah.
Chad Christian.
Yo, Iconic, definitely go subscribe to Brandon, man. He got his dope stuff over there, yo.
So hold on. So Chad Christian he said, yes, Brandon, my channel has taken a huge hit. Let me scroll back up to see where that came from, because I think that's also something that we need to talk about. A lot of people in the creator community have been talking about over the last few months, like their channels kind of nosediving. And I definitely think that's something we need to deep dive into also. So we'll put that down. I'm gonna screenshot these.
All right. Let's see what else we got in here. See what happened once I made too many typos. Tech King Mike, what up? Hey, bro, you late.
Yeah, he mad.
You mad late, bro. We about to wrap up. Seriously, let's talk about the creative process and the gear used for it. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
So Joan, do you have a specific question in regards to that we can touch on?
Like cameras, lenses,
Camera,
software.
lenses. Like, what do you
light.
mean by creative process? Like, anything specific?
I kind of said haven't figured out the algorithm yet. I would say don't try to, man. I mean,
Yeah, it's tough, man.
yeah, if you sit there and only think about the algorithm, you're gonna die a slow death. You know, some people like Brandon been in the game for a long time. When you just getting started on YouTube, which I know you just starting to take YouTube serious and put your best foot forward with it, man, I would say figure out what you want to offer to your audience. You know what I'm saying? Figure that out. And then as you progress, worry about figuring the algorithm out. Because I don't know, the way I look at it is if you concentrate too much on the algorithm early, you're going to pigeonhole yourself into what you could create. Because you're only going to be thinking about creating for the algorithm instead of creating for you and your audience. So while I do think the algorithm is important, I don't think when you just starting on YouTube that trying to figure the algorithm out is as important as building your audience and connecting with your audience.
Yeah, I'd agree to that.
Now, like I said, Brandon has been in the game for a long time, so you know he has at least how to get the algorithm to work best in his favor. But you know, I haven't got it figured out. You know, I don't spend a lot of time. You know, we talk about analytics and stuff, but you know, I haven't figured it out yet. But I think, yeah, Brandon is. This is Tech Today. He's in the chat. And then the other thing he said is the algorithm changes, man. So you could be trying to learn the algorithm now, and it could be totally different next month. One thing that ain't gonna change is you creating for your audience. You know what I'm saying? So while I would kind of keep the algorithm in the back of your head, there are some people who know insider information on the algorithm. We have our theories. Me, Devin, and CJ talk about this sometimes. Like, I definitely think there's definitely some gray area with the algorithm that I think certain people know of that don't necessarily say nothing, but. Yeah.
I'm about to put this in here.
All right. So I like it. Did Joan ever clarify what she want to talk about?
No, but I mean, she said best practices, the 5 or say things you must do to nail your videos, something like that. So best practices. Okay.
Oh, that's a good topic. Maybe like a hit list of 5 things that like you have to do every video, or things that you know are important when video creating.
Yeah, we can definitely do that, John.
Might be a good, you know what? That might be a great idea for an entire episode, because a lot of people sign. Like, my wife is one to start a YouTube page, but she has no clue where to start.
Yep, I'm with that. I think that'd be a good topic. I like that, John.
And that's actually content that a lot of educational courses on YouTube, they charge for that information. So I think that's definitely something that we could do, at least to give back from our knowledge base on what we think, you know, how the necessary, what are the I'm getting tongue tied because I'm tired, but
I've been dead. I'm not
that wired headphone.
Man, shut up with your big gripping the green headphones. But yeah, like an essentials list of things that you need to do as a creator starting out.
No, I'm with that.
So we'll talk about that and get that together.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any questions that they want to throw in here?
Terry needs his coffee, IV.
Yeah. I haven't had no coffee since like 6 o'clock this morning.
Brandon out here dropping that.
I need to go see. I need to go watch. I need to go watch Viper's video response on Twitter. I need to get ready for tomorrow. Plus, yeah, I think we got our starting points for next week. I'm about to drop that fire Creator Cafe intro song.
Wait, before you do that, I just want to say thank you to everybody who came. A lot of y'all stayed here, like came here and stayed here. So big shout out to y'all.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, Oh, so hashtag you tripping, John.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, we ain't going that route. We already in trouble. You see our stream keep getting chopped down.
The algorithm.
Yo, and hey, yo, big testimony to us, man. We 8 subs away from hitting that 100 sub mark. So appreciate all of y'all out there, man. And if y'all can be so kind, go ahead and share the link to this and help us get to that 8. We got 8 more to go. We hit that 100 mark.
All right, I'm dropping I'm dropping the intro. I'm dropping that music player.
Oh, Brad said, I love the algorithm.
I bet he does.
Wow.
CJ, like, I'm tired, bro.
CJ even laughing slow. That's how sleepy he is.
CJ laughing
Welcome
at
to the
100.
Cafe A. About to get you live stream play by play. CJ in here, Terry in here. I'm just trying to get your boss speakers up here. What we say? Started on this journey, we ain't never trying to finish. First phase, this is just beginning of this business. Thanks for tuning in. If you really need a witness, running in this race with Terry with the vision. CJ ideas with the quickness. Then it's me connect, add business. Next, add y'all the audience to the mix. Woo, stay lit, my guy, we winning. Time to have fun, Cafe. Whoa, 3 creators, 3 perspectives, 1 goal. Grab your popcorn now, let's play.
Hey man, quit shooting on me, man. We still
Cafe.
on
Hey.
live, man. Oh, now I gotta kill the live stream because y'all over here roasting me.
We in the background firing on CJ.
They can hear it, man. I'm about to end the stream, player. Look at that. All right, peace out, y'all. We see y'all next week.
Hey, we out. Peace.